Ah, Ellis has undeafened.
Anybody here?
Yes, yes.
Hello.
Olo.
Want to play
Uh,
D&D, Senpai? Ooh woo.
oh my God. I thought you were making a reference to Megamind, but okay. You had
Oh,
to go there.
hello.
It's hello.
Oh, hello.
That movie had no right to be as good as it was.
Yeah, it's really underrated. I think I can say that.
I wouldn't say it's
Megamind?
underrated. I feel like everybody kind of agrees. It's just, um, it's just something that like it never got a sequel. And honestly, I probably wouldn't have wanted it to get a sequel because oftentimes when an animated movie has a sequel that it wasn't expecting, they're usually really bad.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think Disney expected Cars to be as good as it was, and you can really tell by the second and third movies and all the
Yeah.
other
Yeah,
shit they did
the
with it.
lack of effort that they put
Yeah.
into those, and then all of the spin-offs with other vehicles. Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
no,
fucking
those
planes
need
and
to stop.
boats.
Was there boats?
I think there was boats.
It wouldn't surprise me.
I know
Honestly.
planes was a thing, and it was not good. I feel like planes was like it wasn't like awful, like horrendously, offensively awful, like Cars 2. But
It's more of a background noise kind of movie.
yeah, it was kind of
The
there. Like you'll
first
watch
time
it,
you watch it,
it's okay, but it's not anything to write home about.
no, no, but not by any means. But yeah, I mean, it goes and
Oh,
strikes me as like a background kind of noise movie, like on the first time that you watch it.
Yeah,
what movie is this?
planes.
Oh yeah, that was a weird movie.
Yeah, it's
Like
like
I
I
ca-
mean,
I don't remember anything from it. I'm not gonna lie. And they made a sequel. I will say that too. Throwing all
did
these
they
out there.
Did they?
did,
Yeah,
did they
they
make a
did.
sequel to Planes?
It's called Planes, Fire, and Rescue. And yeah,
Oh my God, I
I
forgot about
swear to
that.
God, I swear to God.
Guys, there
Uh,
was actually a movie that I saw. It was a knockoff of Planes called Wings.
I actually thought he was gonna say
I thought
Cars,
that
and if
was
he
a
said
TV
Cars, it would
show.
have been really funny.
No.
I thought that was a TV
If
show, and that was actually pretty damn good, last I recall.
Yeah, it actually was pretty decent. Uh, D&D Beyond. Oh, Ellis. Are
Yes.
you streaming?
I am, and I actually just dropped the poster to Wings in the stream, so we
Ah,
can all
thank you. Oh, I see it. Yep,
so
I remember that.
we can all enjoy that together. You see this cake? What's this?
Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. There's an ad about potty training.
Oh,
I
okay.
got a Peacock ad. Like,
Guys,
Wow.
okay, sorry I was late. I was coming back from
it's fine.
I was coming back from a date. Ooh.
Really?
Oh,
Tell us
fun.
more.
Yeah, I know. Um, we just got cold brew, played Pokemon Go. We went to this art exhibit in Riverside that I didn't even know was there. And then we went to a park and we just walked around and played Pokemon Go like, the entire time.
That sounds really good.
I'm so sorry if I was loud over it. It was really cool. They gave me a button of a Lapras. I wasn't expecting it. They gave me a Lapras button and Lapras. I was like, ooh, it's my third favorite Pokemon. So
Hmm.
hell yeah,
Ellis, your quarantine beard is coming in great.
Isn't it?
I really like
Isn't
it.
it? Yes. I got to fix my ponytail. It's not clean tonight, but
God, you're
Hillary
going you're going full lumberjack.
I know.
Hillary Duff and Jesse McCartney were in this. That's insane.
And
Fucking Josh Duhamel as well, and Rob
And
Schneider.
Rob Schneider. Yeah.
don't forget Tom
Rob
Skerritt.
Schneider.
Do derp de derp de teeny teeny
Rob
derp.
Schneider. Ellis, I don't know. Have you done your unboxing yet?
No, I was waiting for the group to do the big
To get
announcement.
here?
Well, Jake's having ISP issues. He's roboting really bad in here, so it might be a sec.
Is he?
Hey,
Yeah.
as long as I wasn't the last one. Not late. It was a good time, though. I was really happy.
Absolutely. I'm glad it went well.
Yeah. Ellis, also, this weekend, do you want to play Overwatch?
Yes, I do.
Awesome. We'll queue up some quick play and others. We'll do arcade too.
Actually,
show off.
I've got 2 of my placements done. If you want to carry me,
Dude, I'll carry you. Let's go. You and me, Ellis.
I'm 1-1. My second game actually went really well. I was Lucio and like I felt really good. I was like I felt very in control.
Dude, nice. Sorry, I'm under my desk right now.
You're under your desk.
I'm under it because I dropped my tablet.
You can come out, Cake. It's safe, Uwu.
Stop,
I-
Ellis, please.
I can't get my tablet above my desk, and I'm very bummed. And I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Something weird's going on with my webcam. I'm getting like a fisheye effect on my like window. It's like bending.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah. I mean, it is like wide angle, and in OBS I've got it cropped on the sides. I think I may need to check my settings a little later.
I think you might just need to reduce the viewing angle, and it'll probably fix itself.
Yeah, I got my tablet up here finally. Jeez Louise.
'Cause it definitely feels like it's showing more than you have before.
Yeah. Did you see my professionally framed map of Middle Earth here? You probably I don't know if you can see it well.
Yeah,
I
Ellis,
can kind of see it. Yeah,
that's really cool, actually.
I could tell it was probably like a map of or
Oh,
diagram of some
Speaking
kind.
of
But
maps, I'm gonna stream on Discord, and I'm gonna show you guys this really cool thing I have. I'm gonna turn on my video camera. It's gonna be
pretty sick.
you to see
Pretty
our.
good.
Ooh.
Hey, Cake. There he is.
Hi guys. Wearing my Burgess and Real shirt.
Uh huh.
Okay. I have a copy of the Cimmerillion, right? Inside, let me see. There was this like book cut out from a different book of like a painting of what does it say? It says Bilbo woke up with the Earth's sun in his eyes. Oh, wait.
I can't hang
Bilbo
this
woke
back
up with the early sun in his eyes. Jeez Louise. And you can like see Bilbo kind of like right there. I think this is really cool.
How
Then
do
there's one other thing in here too.
How do I blow you up?
I
Oh,
might
there we go.
Bam. And then there's also somebody taped this in this book. This doesn't come with the book. Somebody like did this. There is a taped cover of the old map of Middle Earth before it was Middle Earth, which is, in my opinion, it's crazy. Here, I'll kind of pull it up sideways, but look at that.
Oh, that's nice. Is that from like the first age, or what is that?
This is the first age. Like
Nice.
this is like Cimmerillion lore map. It's
Nice.
really cool.
Nice.
Really happy I had that.
Show me
And then I
that.
have my. Oh, what's up?
Show me the first thing again, because I couldn't get the screen. I couldn't get the screen big enough.
Oh, okay, yeah. It was a little. It looks like it's from another book, but from what it is, it's a picture of Bilbo,
Okay.
and I think that's him right there. I don't know exactly where they are
Bilbo woke up the fairy sun. Oh, the early sun in his.
with the early sun in his
in
eyes.
his
Yeah.
eyes. Okay.
So I'm like, I don't know where this is from, but I really like it.
Interesting.
And I asked the lady when I bought this book. By the way, this was $5. This beautiful copy of the Cimmerillion, awesome, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there was like bonus content inside, so I'm like really hyped. I've had it for a while. Oh, jeez, dang thing is caught. I also have other Hobbit stuff, like I have the Sonnet, which is like a little parody book. It's really funny,
Yeah.
and then a Tolkien dictionary, a lot of books, a lot of keyboards are up there too.
How many keyboards are we talking?
Oh my god. Well, two of them. Well, one of them's right here. Ah, jeez. I don't think I've ever showed off my keyboard collection to anybody, any of you guys.
Well,
Okay, cool. Get ready for this here. I'm gonna start pulling them down, and then I'll just kind of tilt my camera down so you guys can see it better. Bop. Ooh, now I'm on Ellis's stream. This is awesome.
I don't know what I did here. I've got this like crop. There we go.
There we go. One more. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna tilt my screen down, and I'm gonna kind of show them off, and I'm gonna kind of like name them sort of one by one
Yeah.
because I have a lot. Excuse that. That's not a bong or anything. I swear. Anyways. So starting off, this is my first keyboard I ever built. It's a calculator, and it still works. I really like it. It has trash pandas on it right now. This was like my literal first build ever. It was really fun. It has a really shitty soldering job though, like really bad,
Hmm.
but it works. So it's a win. Next, I actually built this keyboard, and it is taking me like 3 years to get it this like cute and customized with the pink and blue.
Hmm.
It's a corn. There's OLED screens here that light up, but I need to reprogram them. I have
Oh, that's great.
my dude, actual gaming keyboard. It's just a Ducky one too many. It was my first one. I have this cute little macro pad that has arrow keys and whatever this stuff is up here.
Hmm.
What else? This is a jerkin. This is actually a form of this keyboard. This is called the gherkin.
Hmm.
This is the jerkin. Oh jeez, I think a screw just fell out. Something did. Something fell. This is my left split, and it actually has like a bunch of prints of Lupin the Third and like his gang. It's really cool. This is my Alpha 24 or Alpha Pain. I don't know, but it's really small. And then this is my big boy,
Hmm.
my shoot. It's like a Rev 32 or Rev 32 or something. And then I have my Reviewing 39 right here.
Mhm.
And somewhere in some box somewhere in my room, I have another keyboard, which is like a smaller version of this. Ta-da!
So you built
Keyboard tour.
all of these?
I
or-
built all of these.
Wow.
Yes, I have a soldering iron. I have solder. I have all the switches. I just order in the PCB,
Mhm.
and I just solder switches into it, and I customize them, and they're really fun to type on. Like they're all really cool. I really like this one a lot. This is like my favorite. It has a nice sound. I like the color scheme.
Now, are there
Anyways.
are there any like letters on the keys, or are they blank?
Some of them have letters, and so like this one's blank.
Yeah.
This one is blank, just for aesthetic appeal.
Okay.
But like this one, it's got like gold letters, and there's actually like Japanese kanji symbols underneath them. It's very
Mhm.
cool.
That is, yeah,
I do like that one. That one's really cool looking.
That one's really nice actually.
Mhm.
And then I have this one that's like designed for the like ergonomical keyboards, so it has like a bunch of like other keys. So it has like a control key, an alt key, a Windows key, and they're all like I like it because it's very 90s vibe, you know, with like the window key.
Mhm.
I think you guys can see it well. Whoops.
Yeah.
Whatever. And then they're all just kind of the standard ones, like oh jeez. Oh jeez. Grabbed the wrong shit. Fuck. So like this one's like pretty customized when it comes to like letters because as you can see, the letters themselves are like really big.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. And again, somewhere else, I also have another keyboard that's gonna be like it's gonna be like white, pink, and purple, and it's gonna be like all the letters are actually going to be like kanji Japanese letters. Really excited for it.
Mhm.
It's right here. Yeah, whatever. I don't want to deal with it. Okay, ta-da! Keyboard tour.
I will subject myself to ridicule and say I didn't know building keyboards as a hobby was a thing, and now I'm
Oh yeah, it's
I am-
really big right now.
I'm educated.
Yeah, it's
I,
it's really big
I
right
made
now
like
all
a-
over Reddit.
I once made a little like soldering practice board
Sure.
in high
Oh,
school.
nice.
That's like
I have
all it is it's like you have to do it a specific way, otherwise it doesn't work. It's just to teach you how to solder and how electrical like systems work, and it's
Right.
literally like you know if you did it right if the LED is green when you plug in a 9-volt battery, like that's it.
right. Yeah.
That's all I did that in high school and that was it. I don't know the first thing about
Well,
like,
whatever.
like
You guys don't need
electronics or anything like that.
No, it was actually really fun. Like I got to learn how to like run programs to actually help me build these. Some of these have like micros and macros because like, you know, this keyboard obviously doesn't have a row of numbers, but if I hit this button right here, basically, I can shift up to another setting, and then these two buttons become like which direction. So I can go to like another setting that has like numbers. I can go up, go to another setting that has like macro keys, arrow keys, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been really fun to like program all of that out and go to like different sort of like levels of it. It was also really fun to learn how to program an OLED. That was rough, but Ta-da!
That
Is
doesn't
that
sound fun.
a DS to your right?
Yeah, this
Nice.
is my 3DS. I don't know if it's on. I think it's dead. I'm currently doing my Diamond Nuzlocke in that game right now.
Mhm.
It's been really fun, actually.
Charge it up. How else
Oh,
are you going to play Pokemon in the bathroom?
I know, right? I also remembered I have a little keyboard for Osu that's really cute, and it has 3 little macros right here that help me shuffle, restart, and go to a menu. So just throwing that out there. That's fun. But other than that, like, ta-da!
Is it?
Uh,
I'm gonna ask a really stupid question. Is it legal to use like homemade keyboards with like macros and stuff in any competitive game? Like,
I don't know, actually. I would assume not,
yeah,
because I feel like you can program. I could be wrong.
yeah.
Because I personally, I feel like you could program like a micro to be like, this is the micro that helps me like do a reload cancel animation, so I don't have to do it manually. But
That's a good point.
I don't know. No, this is my saxophone too, right
Oh,
over here. I was just like pointing that out. I'm like, oh, cool, it's on camera.
Epic. Macroing is game to game, developer to developer.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
So like, if you get caught macroing in WoW, they'll ban the fuck out of you.
yeah, I kind
If
of
you get
figured.
caught- If you get caught for macroing ESO, the fuck out of you. If you get caught macroing in Eve, no one cares.
Yeah,
Mm.
Like actually, like you're not actively macroing in Eve, you're macroing.
I also just remembered I have this one.
Oh,
Also,
cute.
hello, my internet's working again. No, it's not. No, it is not.
No,
yeah,
not
Yes.
really.
you're a little robot-y.
Would do you think it would help if we switched to a different server?
I already did
No,
that.
probably not.
Isn't doing anything.
Probably not. No. This is the second time I've updated my router today.
Fun.
Could you call in on your phone?
No,
Discord app on your phone?
I have the Discord app on my phone, but that's not going to work.
I thought maybe the 3G would be better than the Wi-Fi or whatever you got.
I mean, yeah, probably, but how am I going to play on roll20? Because then I can't move anything.
Well, you'd still have that open. You would just have Discord on the phone. I'm just trying to help. I'm not trying to be annoying.
I mean, like roll20 is barely, I mean, even loading on my computer. So,
Oh, I see the problem. I thought it was just Discord being wonky.
nah. I think the new font is wonky and looks like ass. It literally looks like a preschooler took a shit and rubbed it in crayons.
Wow, that was a very strong opinion.
The Discord logo?
No, the font.
What's
I have no opinion about the logo. It literally looks like two nutsacks.
From what I've
it's
noticed-
like two balls in a nutsack. But
From what I noticed about Discord's new like setting is that they just made it darker. Like the hue itself of like the blue is a darker blue now.
I could literally give less of a shit about the color or the icon. I just care the font looks like shit.
Yeah.
Bam. Now I have to put all my
Like
keyboards away.
it actually looks like a preschooler like jumped on the table, shat, and threw an entire pack of Crayola in it,
Wow.
and then mashed it all
Jesus.
together. And put it on a piece
Oh,
of paper.
nice catch.
Jesus.
Again, very strong opinion.
I know. Cake, thank you for sharing the keyboard.
Oh, you're welcome. I always love talking. Hey, if any guys ever want somebody to build you a keyboard, I'll do it for free if you just buy the parts. I just love building keyboards, man. So fun.
You know, I'm crazy. I may very well take you up on that.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised.
Just to have a
Speaking
keyboard made by Cake, I think that would just be fun.
Can
Yeah,
you
hell yeah.
can you make a keyboard that connects to bombs that I manufacture to send to my ISP?
One-
And then
100%.
the macros.
No, you totally can.
Like, okay.
Trust me, macros in sort of like custom keyboards get crazy. I have a
Yes,
friend.
I am aware. I'm just asking if you can make these.
If
can
I
make
can,
bombs.
I could 100% learn. Like,
Okay.
I don't know how at the moment, but I've learned how to macro a keyboard cat on my OLED screen that hits the table every time I click. It's very
that's
cute.
Cool.
It's very cool.
That's awesome.
That was very hard.
Threats of terrorism against evil corporations aside, let's play D&D.
It's not terrorism if they're an internet service provider and actively breaking their own terms of service.
He's got a point. He's got a point.
Yeah, but okay, but what else are you gonna do? Not have internet because there's no other fucking choice where we live?
Right. My other choice is satellite, and I live in Virginia, so that would mean I don't have 90% of the year.
Oh yeah, it's a little cloudy. No internet.
Mr. J. Bob,
Yes.
would you indulge me for just 1 second?
You wanna do your
Yeah,
unlock
Ellis.
things?
I want to watch it. Make it full
All
screen.
right, fine. Hopefully, this hasn't. This takes long enough that maybe the internet starts acting better for Jake.
So, Ellis, I know that you're gonna unbox it, but I gotta know, when are you gonna try it?
Well, okay, so like I ran into some. I got so busy tonight. I wanted to have like a stack of toast here and do like a live like tasting.
That would have been really good.
No, you know what though? Like if somebody's taking like a long turn, if we get into a combat, I may run downstairs, make some toast, and just have some in the middle of the session. So
You totally should.
we have several
flavors?
hours together. So.
Yeah, we do. I might also go get toast at some point, so.
So I'd like to introduce everyone to my newest sponsor. Thanks everybody for joining the stream. Tonight's game is a very special game. Session number 22 is brought to you by Jackie's Jams. They're handcrafted with natural ingredients, and they have some exciting spring flavors.
I love this.
Just come to jackiesjams.com, and you can shop our jam. You can stock your pantry and even join the seasonal jam club. Did you know that, we're really based on values of simple recipes and distinctive flavors? And, well, Jackie's Jams was started by Jackie in the early 2000s as a single stand in the Ocean Beach Farmers Market. A few years later is where our story with Jackie's Jams began. Now, our son Jonah sampled her illustrious triple berry jam, and, well, he just refuses to eat sandwiches with anything but. And so we went to Jackie's stand at the farmer's market week after week, accruing glass jars and keeping a happy son. Now, after a few years and, well, many visits with Jackie's at the farmer's market, we became inspired to take the reins of Jackie's Jams, steering it in the direction that she intended. So, Jackie's Jams is our passion, and we're grateful for the opportunity to share some of it with you tonight. We do hope you'll go to jackiesjams.com. When you place your order, or if you do sign up for the Jam Club, just use the code Vigilantes for 20% off your first order.
Yeah.
My good
Tag
friend,
not sponsored.
yes, my good friend All Out Cake has actually sent me a box here. It's actually addressed to Ellisvin from Cake, which really made my day. I don't mind saying it. It really made me happy. So let's just open this up and let's see what we have here.
It's just a black screen.
You can talk me through this a little bit, Cake, but first we've got Jackie's Jams. We've got Meyer Lemonade Marmalade. Look at that. Wow. Here. Why don't I just turn the light up a little bit because we really
But
want
it's
to get...
supposedly very good because that was the only one on the shelf.
Yes.
Really?
Really.
I'm not a fan of lemon marmalade, but because it's almost never in stock, it's probably a good one.
I've never had it, and this will be the first time. I'm very excited for the Myers Lemon Marmalade. Next up, I can get in here. This is packed so well. What's that?
I just have a question for the nearest Jackie representative. Do you guys have a red currant down jam?
Wait, what?
Red currants.
Red currants?
Yeah, tiny little
What is
berries.
No, not that I know of.
Okay.
Sorry. You can look at all the
Unacceptable.
jams. There's a lot of
Be
jams.
ashamed.
There are a lot. There's apricot,
Yeah.
blood orange,
I just
blackberry,
want you to know, the cringier this gets, the harder combat gets.
Oh,
Hey,
we're gonna.
how is this cringy? This is awesome.
We're gonna TP cat.
I'm
Hey,
chafing. I'm chafing.
Quick thing. The raspberry jam, best raspberry jam I've ever had. They also do like jalapeno jams, which are very good.
Spicy raspberry? What?
You didn't tell me they had Chardonnay jelly. Ghost in the
Yeah.
Marmalade.
Yo, this jelly storyline had more build-up than Critical Role.
It really did. It's been like 3 weeks. So next we have the orange cranberry jam, which I think is going to be very nice. I think I may do like a little tasting later.
Good.
Which one were you looking for, Cobra?
Currants. Red currants.
Have you ever tried a red pepper jelly? That's very good.
I don't think so.
And now this one is specifically for the kids. These two I purchased knowing that I don't think anyone in the house is going to want these but me, so they're kind of all mine. But I did get a classic jar of grape because, of course, that is the crowd pleaser. The kids are going to love it. I think.
I
gonna be-
love grape.
Yeah, we're going to just blow right through that. But now these other ones, they're my little secret. Shh.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see it. I love them.
Personally,
I
I'm a
just,
strawberry jelly guy.
dude, I blow through the raspberry jams that I take. like butter. It's crazy.
Now,
I
Kate,
put them on my toast.
you said
Yes.
that the honey broke, right?
Yeah, the honey, the top of the jar kind of came off,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, "Oh, we can't ship that because, like, well, I didn't want to ship it, one, because it was
Right.
just kind of sticky, and two, you can't, ship it if it's an open liquid container. So they were like, "Yeah, you can't ship this." So my roommate has it now, or she had it. It's somewhere.
Mhm.
So I was planning on getting you more at some
Oh,
because it's just like it's really good honey. Now I did want to ask, do you want a comb in your jar of honey? Because that one was going to come with a comb.
like a honeycomb?
Yeah, like a honeycomb.
I think it would be interesting. It would be educational. I could
Yeah.
show it to
Well,
them.
I mean, you can eat them. It's just like candy.
Sure.
It's great. Yeah. So I'll definitely send them over.
Okay.
It's like really good candy, but it's honey flavored.
Yeah, there's a fair, the Topsfield Fair that I go to every year, and they have a whole display with bees and honey and stuff, and you can go, you try to find the queen and stuff, and they do give this really good honey candy
That's so cool.
that I enjoy. Yeah, so just everybody, I really encourage you, just go ahead and just check out jackiesjams.com. Just try the seasonal jam club, and don't forget that code Vigilantes for 20% off your first order. And if you join the club between now and July 20th, you can get our All About Berries box, which includes 8 different jams with very interesting berry themes. So go ahead between now and July 20th, check it out. And before
That was awesome.
Before Justin murders my character, let me quickly put
You're fine.
his
I'm
playlist.
just being it.
No, that was
I'm
great.
being
I loved that. That was so good.
Now,
Very
Kate,
nice.
I'm going to actually
Yeah.
send you. I'm gonna clip that, and you can send it to your Jackie's distributor, and just say, you know what? Maybe we set up a discount code. Maybe we get something going here. I mean, I've got 3
You know what?
viewers.
You know what? We actually know, like, our family knows who Jackie is. Like, she's actually a family friend.
Yes.
I guarantee you, she's cool enough to the point where she might actually do that.
Sure. I mean,
If it works out and she gets more money from it, she might actually do it.
I mean,
boy.
how many of us are here? 7. If we all join the Jam Club, I think we could really show her that we are serious. So
I don't think I'll join the jam club, but I might buy like 9,000 triple citrus jams.
did you know that for right now, 8 jars or less ship for just $10?
What
Wow.
jars or more?
Actually, I didn't know that.
It'd be $11.
I mean, I'm eyeing the strawberry rhubarb, the strawberry chocolate, the pineapple strawberry, and the blood orange marmalade.
Hey,
Yeah,
somebody
blood
just
orange
subscribed, Ellis.
Oh, hey,
Got it.
Devin, what's up? That's my friend Devin.
Hi, Devin. Dude, welcome.
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 You came on an excellent night, Dev, because we have a new sponsor. I think you just heard. Do check out jackiesjams.com. Oh, I forgot to install Minecraft. I'll get back to you later on that. I totally forgot about that. I got back into Overwatch. I know. You can let me have it later.
Game.
And I'm not sponsored, but I do recommend, although for legal reasons I have to say, don't recommend this to Leg or Cake, but I recommend Jack Daniel's Apple Whiskey. It is very nice.
Oh, Faye, you dropped me the Prime sub. Thank you. I just realized. Thank you.
All right, let's play D&D. I
I mean,
very.
Cobra, for legal reasons, you can recommend it to me. I just can't purchase it.
Just like for Ellis's stream, just can't.
What's it called,
Yeah.
Cover?
It's Jack Daniel's Apple Whiskey.
Ooh. That doesn't.
It goes pretty well with root beer. Next time I'm gonna try cream soda when I run out of root beer.
I used to really be into cream soda actually. Angels
All right,
Envy
cool.
Bourbon.
Who wants to do recap? So I'm ready to start. Not that this
The
jam
only-
talk isn't interesting or whatever, but I really do want to play D&D.
The only recap I want to do is recapping the neck of my fucking ISP's owner.
I kind of want to recap D's.
These nuts! I bet these nuts came in clear. Clear into your mouth!
Oh dear.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Did you know that the Pigeon Man has no active conditions?
Did you see that book that I sent? Like, I sent a picture, and it's like, don't let the pigeon. What was it? Don't give. The pigeon wants a puppy.
Dude, what?
There's a whole
Let me
series
scroll.
of books about a pigeon.
The big ass pigeon.
Yeah, I read my kids these books about a pigeon all the time, and it never clicked in my head to show them the leg.
Did you DM them to me or did you post them here?
I posted it. I'll send you a picture later.
Okay.
Nobody wants to handle recap. I'll do it.
I was pretty out of it last week. I don't even remember what happened.
Okay. So, when last we left the Vigilantes, you all had finished your excursion to the island of Toxa, searching for Levingham's spellbook, and in fact found Levingham. Now minus one arm, Levingham joins you on a trip back to the city, whereupon you discreetly delivered him and his backup, I guess you could say, to the safe house where Grella had been staying in the Midden. There, you're acquainted with the situation at hand, and Levingham is setting up shop there with her, much to her annoyance. She gave you guys a couple of potions that she had finished working on, and then everybody went their separate ways to just sort of recoup and work on the next step. Madcap did some late night crime busting, seemingly taking out one of the people who seems to be vying for the Don's position, at least trying to take over now that said Don is behind bars. Pigeon Man, having picked up his enchanted mask, returned to find that his sister was awaiting him to go to dinner at their mom's place. He met up with her, showed off a little bit, and she did not come to get him. After waiting a concerning amount of time, Pigeon Man went back to his mother's house after finding that she was not in the dorms, and found that Harkers were stationed outside of the house, and inside the leader of the Harkers was waiting for her mother, waiting for the mother, Theodora, to start talking and figure out why there has been a kidnapping in her territory. He learned that, according to Theodora's account, that it appeared to be Slicers that kidnapped his sister in her own home. And with that, Lynette Madsen, leader of the Harkers, offered Pigeon Man a partnership, as it were. And as you finish shaking her hand, she goes to Justinian and says, "Now that we're in agreement, go let your friends know what's happened. Meet me on the southern side of Jolgri Road tomorrow night. We'll get some payback and put ourselves on the trail to your sister."
Understood. See you tomorrow.
Good. And as far as like an address that she gives you, are you on Roll20?
Yes.
So it's like right here. You see this little like outcropping between that like.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
like right in between the Shade Barrow and the bits.
Pretty much, like right on the outskirts, because you can't really get in through the main gate since it's closed off and always under guard.
Alright. Duly noted. I'm gonna walk back into the house.
Okay. She ushers the one guy inside to leave, but the guy who is standing outside stays.
I'm gonna close the door.
He just
Mother,
looks at you.
may I ask a question of you?
Of course. What is it?
Can I go out and kill tonight?
Well, I would not wish death upon anybody, but if it gets your sister back.
Okay. I really hope people got what I was referring to.
Oh,
It's a
I.
Misfit song.
Oh, okay. Oh no. Okay. Welcome back. Um. All right.
Then I'm gonna leave, and I'm going to actually go. I'm gonna go to where Madcap told me I can reach him. So the roof of his old apartment.
Okay. As you leave, the guy outside, just he's leaning up against it, cross his arms, and he's like, "Don't you worry. We'll make sure nobody comes back and tries to finish the job."
Good. Glad I can have you on my side.
Yeah. Give him hell.
Here.
Hmm?
A gold for you.
Yeah. He goes, I ain't gonna say no to free money. He goes and puts the gold in his pocket.
I know for damn sure you won't.
All right. So, and then you head over to Madcap's original apartment, or as far as you know, the place you can contact him.
Justin, just for my sake, so the Don is, runs casinos and brothels, and the Pipers are in smuggling and thievery. The Slicers just fucking murder. What are the Harkers known for?
The Harkers are known for. Let me pull up thingy. Uh, Scroll down just to make sure I get it right. The Harkers are known for counterfeiting. They're very good fakers of both documents and objects. One of the things that they do is they actually, is that they provide really good fakes for items that might be stolen by Pipers, so that they can like bait and switch. Um, so they have a pretty amicable relationship with most of the other gangs in the city, but that's the main thing that they do. Within the bits, they're very territorial, so they have kind of a neighborhood watch kind of thing going on, since the bits don't get a huge guard, they don't have a huge guard detail, so they kind of pick up the slack, but they also kind of run a bit of a protection racket as well. So they don't take too kindly to people fucking with their people, both uniformed and not.
Do they take kindly to people who don't take kindly?
Basically. But yeah, they've had a lot of opportunities to expand, but they haven't really taken it based on your history in the city, given how long you've been law enforcement. So, all right, so Pigeonman makes his way there. You have climbing speed. It's easy enough to get to the top of this building. It's about 3 stories, and you find you put a box down right up there.
Yes.
Okay. You find a box that is very out of place, but the fact that this is a roof, likely it'll go unnoticed for a long time.
I will write a letter in there to Madcap
Okay.
to the same instructions that were given to me
Mm-hmm.
to meet at the location at the time.
Okay.
And I will leave it there, and I will leave.
Okay. And you go back home?
I will go to the goal,
Okay. So
and
let's
I'm
say
going
about...
to try and find Ajax.
I would imagine Ajax would be at the goal this time of night. Probably a bit busy
What
right
time of
now.
night is it?
By the time Pigeon Man would arrive, it's probably in the neighborhood of like 10:30.
Ajax is there drinking
Okay.
and smoking.
Yeah.
But,
As you do.
yes. As most people do. I'm fairly sure that's
Yeah.
considered
Let me
a
just get
common
rid of
duo.
some of these people here. Uh, all right. Go ahead and RP while I am setting
Okay.
up things here.
gonna walk in, nod to Brahm. I assume he
doesn't kinda
nods
gives you-
back.
Yeah, he gives you a nod. He knows who you are.
And I'm gonna sit down at the bar and ask Yanine, where's the boss man?
She just kind of looks and kind of nudges her head over to here.
Thank you, Yanine.
No problem. She gives you a wink as you go by.
Sup?
Evening. What,
How's your night been? Also, Vorm, you're kind of quiet for me. I'm gonna turn you up a bit, but
Yeah, probably.
That's good.
okay, that's good.
You asked him how his night was, yeah?
Yeah.
So, Vorm's, currently 2 glasses into, a very nice bottle of scotch. And
What brand that you cannot legally recommend to me on Alice's stream for legal reasons?
The best brand. There you
Okay.
go. So he goes and he simply salutes you with his glass and says, "It's going fairly well. What brings you out at this hour? Are you?
I mean, I'm
You're
usually
not.
awake.
You're not
but
in your mask though, correct?
I am not. I am in like traditional garb.
So Ajax knows why you're out at this time of the night, but he would be asking you because you're 16.
Yeah. Oh, well, actually, no. My character's 17.
Oh, okay. So, well, either way, he'd be going and he'd be asking you, what brings you out, basically, because you're on the younger side of adulthood, I guess. So he's basically just kind of small talk.
Well, okay, multiple reasons. One is everybody that we're connected to, I need to go tell something. But specifically with you, I need to have a longer conversation with you than everyone else. Everyone else, I could just tell them meet at this location at this time. But with you, there's more than that here.
As you say that, he holds up his finger. He said, "Am I gonna need another glass?"
I would get 2. Maybe 3. 1 for me.
Ajax goes and gets the bottle and a spare glass and brings those back. He pours you a glass, tops his off, and sits down, bottle in one hand, glass in the other. Proceed.
My sister was taken today. By who I can only assume are the same people that took your fiance. It didn't click in my head till today that Pipers, or Slicers, not Pipers.
Mm-hmm.
Slicers are taking people, but they aren't killing them. And no one knows why.
Ajax takes a swig out of the bottle.
Hopefully no backwash.
It's his bottle. He don't give a shit.
That's fair.
But no, more than likely not. So he's sitting there, like, kind of chin tucked in, bottle resting on the table, glass in the other hand. You can see his knuckles kind of white knuckle a bit. Do we have any indication as to where these fuckers are?
Not a damn clue.
Well, you do know that slicers operate in the Shade Borough, but specifically no.
I think He specifically meant the people who were kidnapping people.
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
No, he's talking the
If you
slice
just
as
if
a
you just
whole.
mean like, oh, if you mean the slicers as a whole, they mostly operate in the Shade Burrow and sometimes operate in the Bits. But when they operate in the Bits, like they got my sister in, the Harkers come harking,
Harken thee.
and they found me, and they know who I am.
How do they know this?
I didn't ask. Actually, no, that's a lie. I did ask, and they didn't really give me an answer. They just said they know.
You probably should have insisted, but
You know,
alright.
I'm short, Ajax. Somebody's like a foot taller than me with 2 fucking battle axes that could probably cut me in half. Like, I wouldn't insist with you, let alone that woman.
Ajax takes a swig out of his glass this time, and then goes and looks at you and goes and says, "You've got no issue stabbing the dead that are yet again walking, and yet you hesitate with something you can bleed out?"
I was kind of scared of shit in there, but you drive a good point.
Okay, just getting context, I guess. These Harkers, I may not be the cleanest set of hands in the city, but what's their angle in coming to you?
As far as I recall, I get my sister back. And
Get?
did they get the slice out of their territory? So I'm conflicted. I guess. I wasn't really like, no. Allowed to say no, but I'm concerned that I don't want to get involved with stuff again. Really, I don't want to be involved in this, but it seems like it's really the only option. And I mean, I guess in this case the Slicers are the aggressor, right? So is there anything really wrong with helping the defendant?
No.
As long as they don't expand, right? I don't know. Is there really like I guess that might be an issue though, is if we decrease the Slicers' manpower and the hold that the Harkers have, we trade one small gang of multiple, right? And create a bigger gang.
What are these Harkers even known for?
They defend their own, and they can trade out false objects that can pass for stolen ones.
And
So,
false documentation.
Yeah, and they falsify documents as well. So when
So they're counterfeits, yeah?
yeah, exactly. So when I was a piper and I stole things, right? Before I beat the shit out of a few of them and left. Before that, when I was stealing for them, sometimes there's something that's too high profile that people would absolutely find if it went missing. So you have to replace it with fake. So sometimes up front, I'd have to out of my cut, I'd have to get a fake for an item, and I'd go to them. I'd go to
Right.
Lopi's there, obviously, but
These fakes, they are fairly well made, I presume. They function, I'm assuming, yes?
in some cases, if they were faking a magical item, not really, but
Well,
like if they were faking a magical item, they'd generally cast something. They'd cast an illusion spell on it, or they'd or rather expensive items, right? Like jewelry, really high profile jewelry. What they'd do is they would cast God, what's the spell? Modify value or whatever.
oh yeah.
Typically, you would know, Jake, with your history, you'd know that. Well, you don't know the actual like trade secrets of the Harkers. You know that for like jewelry stuff, like if it was a really, you know, expensive like necklace or something like that that's made out of gold, they would gold plate it. They would make it out of a metal that's similar in weight to gold, and they just plate it. So it's like, yeah, it does have gold in it, but it's shitty quality gold, and it's
Yeah.
just covering. And they'd use like fake gemstones and stuff like that. A lot of the stuff that they do is very practical. Magical stuff is a bit harder, but they have a couple of people that can provide such things.
Okay.
But not many and very few and far between.
So, as you're going and explaining this, Ajax takes a deep breath and switches hands with his glass. He lets go of the bottle, switches hands with the glass, and lights a new cigar. And as you're explaining things, he's kind of nodding along, kind of following, and goes and says, "All right. So these Harker sorts they make fakes to go and take the place of items. They counterfeit paperwork. They don't kill anyone or steal it. They just create the fakes, yes? Well, more often than not, I'm assuming.
I would say they only get violent when they are aggressed on. Not that they don't kill anyone. But I mean, you and I both have been in Marduk long enough to know that everybody here has at least affected somebody in a lethal manner. Whether it was directly or indirectly.
I was gonna say, even Molly over there has gone and shanked a couple of idiots, so...
Yeah, and I know for damn sure Brahm has killed someone.
Oh, Brahms killed a lot of people. He served with me in the mercenaries. But that's beside the point. These Harker sorts are defenders. They defend their territory. They don't aggress. They don't. Their crimes are simply creating good fakes. Are they really that big of a problem in comparison to said slicers, whose very name is an act of violence?
Yeah, and they act in the Shade Burrow, and they're kidnapping people.
They are, by a long shot, the lesser of two evils, as far as I can tell.
I really hate lesser evilism, but you're right.
I mean, it is what it is. I can't say that I'm all that fond of it either, but it is just that. There's very little.
You're
that you can
absolutely
go
right.
do to-
Sometimes you have to choose between two shit things. It's like
American
choosing
politics.
between
Oh, what?
Yeah.
What was that? Who said that?
Who said that?
Oh.
It's like choosing between having diarrhea and having like a really painful solid shit, you know. I would still rather take the painful solid shit any day.
Justin,
Yes.
That's
I don't want to interrupt the scene, but Quen is in the building, so when the time is right, you could say that I approach.
I would say, yeah, after a bit, like as their conversation goes on, you can kind of pick them out through the crowd, through your door.
oh, that's right. Gwen is here.
Yeah,
I forgot
I
about
was
that.
gonna, I was meaning to ask because I couldn't remember if she went back to her place or if she came back here.
Yeah, we had a discussion about the security, and Ajax was confirmed that we were all right here.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say if Gwen wants to interject, she can, or if you want to wait for the right time, that's fine.
All right, how about
you are in the building?
How about this? Suddenly, behind the pigeon, you feel a hand on your shoulder, and you hear.
I feeling that I instantly grab towards my waist and grab a dagger and turn around. And realize it's Quen.
And Quen would say, "Evil is evil. Lesser, greater, middling. It makes no difference. The degree is arbitrary. The definition is blurred. If we are to choose between one evil and another, that's no choice at all."
Great. I don't want to get into a whole thing about centrism and what that quote actually means, but good job.
So I stole it from The Witcher then?
I know. I know what it is. It's just that quote is misattributed to a lot of like people that hold like centrist values when the whole point is that the quote is to show that Geralt is actually wrong in every situation where he makes a point to not make a point.
Yeah.
Anyways, go continue.
Continue point. Quen, shut the fuck up.
This is not a very friendly greeting that I expect from my dear companions.
Gwen, so you're suggesting that we not only take out a violent group, but we also take out a non-violent group who defends its territory rather than assaults on others. That is a lot of bodies.
And also, if I'm being quite honest, there were three very well-armed people in front of my mother's house who could have easily beaten the shit out of her for information that she would not tell them, and they didn't.
What has happened, Justinian? I just woke up. Tell me, what have I missed?
My sister is gone.
She's gone. She's left town.
No, Quen. What does gone mean in Marduk? Taken.
By whom?
With Liam Neeson.
Just about to say, they're going to take you.
I don't know who you are.
30 jump cuts over a fence jumping.
Yeah, God.
Oh, God, I know. I did see that. I'm trying to remember which YouTuber was it that did like a whole dissection of that.
It's probably Cinema Sins.
Yeah, it might have been.
I missed when Cinema Sins was good.
Yeah, right. It's like the first year, and then it was just all downhill from there.
After they reviewed The Room, they peaked. Anyway.
Relax, my friend. We will find her. Do we have any leads?
Slicers, that's about it.
The Slicers have her.
Ajax and Justinian both look at you and say slicers at the same time.
Yeah.
And Quen, before she realizes that it's not a good thing to say, she just kind of looks at Ajax and says, that's not good. She will be fine, though. Do not fret.
I don't know. Quen, I think I could use your help. Don't they call you the Shadeborough Witch?
I do know my way around that area. It's
Yeah, that disgusting hellhole.
It used to be very different, not like it is today. I do what I can to clean it up, but it is too much for one.
Ajax drains his glass and pours himself another.
And is this the extent of your hospitality? You just pour yourself drinks all night? What about your paying customers?
They are free to buy their own.
And I give him sort of like a smirk.
As I said, they're free to buy their own.
Hey, come on, Quen. Only the owner and children drink the good shit.
Exactly.
That's true.
Good man. Ajax holds his glass up in salute and then drinks half of it.
Yeah, I'll pick mine up and drink all of it in one go. Do I have to make a Constitution save?
Have you ever drank before? I'm sorry, you were lagging. What?
No.
Sure, just make a Constitution save, just for shits.
Do you set the glass down when you're done?
Yes.
I
He's not a
pour him
bitch.
another one.
Ooh, man, that's some strong shit. It's
Like
like
I said, it's the
yeah.
good shit.
Yeah, like you down it, but then you're just like,
Ajax starts laughing as he's pouring you another glass.
You hear Yanine from the bar is like, it's good for you. It puts hair on the chest.
Oh, God, I already sweat enough.
Ajax kicks your chair under the table and goes and says she likes that.
Right.
I don't. But to each their own, I guess. Anyways, we were talking.
Yes. Justin, can I please use my feature to do I know, especially with my history, would I know where to begin in the Shade Burrow to get information on the Slicers, like leadership, to figure out like what their game
I'll
is?
say this: those are your old stomping grounds. You know the Slicers pretty well.
That's what I was hoping.
So I would say, as far as information, that's hard because they're very reclusive.
Yeah.
The fact that they branch out into the bits, it seems like it's a territory grab kind of thing, but they stick to the outside of the walls, as far as you know. You do know that for their leadership, they are led by a black dragonborn. You've heard some nasty things about him. He's a bit of a bastard, but kind of the exact kind of person you would expect to lead a group like this.
Yeah, sure.
And his name is here. I'm just gonna copy it, and then I'm gonna paste it in Roll20. Hirnas Wulzan. He's a big, tough beat stick, from what you understand.
Not someone to be trifled with.
Not somebody you want to solo.
I think the only thing that'll be trifling him will be my blade in his fucking neck.
I have an idea. Madcap, he does not like many of my ideas, but this one I think is good. We go to the Shade Burrow tonight. We kill a Slicer. I steal his soul and his face and his knowledge. And then I pay a visit to Tirnas Wulksan.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna pull a madcap on this one and say that's a fucking terrible idea, because I already have a meeting set up tomorrow, so...
Oh, why did you not say this? That's much easier.
I was getting to that, and then... Yeah, you seemed very, very excited about wanting to steal someone's soul.
Well, it is no parlor trick.
Ajax looks back and forth between the two of you. Takes a long drink of his scotch and goes and says, "Have we met the same madcap?"
Yes, Gwen just kind of holds her hand sort of close to the floor and says, "You know, the little one."
Yeah. I've not known him to hesitate when it comes to killing someone.
Me neither, but I
Especially
feel like
someone like you're suggesting.
Who hesitate
I-
if the person needs killing? I mean, look at Gorilla. Gorilla's fine.
That's true.
Yeah.
Right.
And what's her face still draws breath, as far as we know.
Vermilion.
Vermilion, thank you.
Oh, Madcap fucking saved her life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
on
she's
two
not
cases.
She's not openly like hostile and murdering people either, though.
I don't know. She did put Madcap into a fucking sewer.
Well,
Yeah, but that's kidnapping. That's not murder.
yeah, she was coerced.
Kidnapping's fine. It's not murder.
If kidnap, why are we trying to get her back?
Yes. What if someone says something that vexes me, and I remove his spine?
Who's?
That's murder.
The worst crime of all.
No, that's surgery.
That's a movie that I could watch every day and never get sick of it.
Oh yeah.
Best Marvel movie.
Yeah. All right. So what? This meeting, it is with Wuxan? No, it could not be. What?
Absolutely not.
Who is it with? Is it with the Slicers?
Absolutely not.
I turn to Ajax. He is. The pigeon is slurring his words. Who is the meeting with?
Don't look at me. It's not my meeting.
I can't hear leg because of the Discord.
Give me half a second.
He really loves his internet service and wished better service.
Yeah, that happened to me once. It was so frustrating.
Dude, the second Fios comes to our area, I'm telling Mom to switch.
They will not. They won't. Liners will not let them.
I know. I'm just saying, if it ever happens.
It won't. Unless Cox does something so vehemently terrible that their stock drops, like.
Well, speaking of which, let me check my Doge real quick.
I sold one.
I'm gonna go and change regions here, see if that goes and helps a little bit.
55 cents.
Dude, I should have bought Dogecoin when it was low. I missed out.
I bought it at 38.
Should have bumped.
I know. I
should have thrown your whole stimulus check into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I use that to pay off credit cards, so.
I should have bought GameStop when it was low, you know?
Yeah, right?
I saw it. Dude, I did a big brain thing. I sold ESO Gold, I bought GameStop, then I sold GameStop and bought Dogecoin.
And then you'll sell Dogecoin to buy ESO Gold.
Mm-hmm.
I already sold Dogecoin.
What'd you sell it at?
I don't remember actually. Like we changed regions.
Yeah, I just watched this movie the other day, actually.
I still need to watch the new one.
I haven't seen the new one yet.
It's on HBO Max before it goes away. I just haven't gotten around to it.
The original with Christopher Lambert, it's like one of my best.
Oh, the original is perfect.
I love Christopher Lambert.
The new one.
Yeah, they gotta make.
Are the fights at least cool?
Well, here's the thing: for a movie based on a martial arts fighting game, you think the choreography would be good?
Oh, well.
Like,
I'll still watch it because I just at least want to see what's up. I do enjoy mediocre movies, but then I hate myself afterwards.
You know, is awesome. Liu Kang's kind of cool. little bit of a bitch boy, but overall he's pretty cool.
Hmm.
Kung Lao is a boss, and he's my boy.
Oh, Kung Lao.
Street Fighter was so much better.
With the Raul Julia.
Sure.
Yeah, overall, like it's worth a watch. I mean, especially if you're, not paying anything extra for it. But all in all, yeah.
That's definitely the thing that HBO Max is doing right when they have their, exclusive premieres. They don't make you pay $30 for it, only to have it go away for 3 months.
That's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And then have it be bad.
Yeah,
Like
it's like
what?
you look at all the things that were the Disney Plus exclusives where they put out it was like $30. None of them have been good. Mulan was bad. Soul was okay. Raya was not good.
I kind of liked Raya a little bit. It wasn't great, but it wasn't
I don't-
horrible either.
I don't like that the dragon looks like Elsa.
What?
Like, is it just me?
I don't know. I don't care. I don't really give a shit about anything animated Disney makes anymore.
I'm furiously
Alright, anyways.
googling. Oh, it does look like
D&D.
Elsa.
Yeah, right?
A little bit. Yeah,
It's
the same
like
style. Wow.
it's not. This isn't a dragon. This is a Disney princess with a long body.
And scale.
Yeah, it's like
Hey,
okay.
it's-
Anyways,
It's the Disney princess who picked Argonian at the start menu.
There you go.
Yes.
I mean, you're not the only one who noticed this. Look at that.
Oh yeah, fucking.
Why is the
game
farm
theory
still
lol.
talking?
Alright, anyways, so D&D.
I tell them the location of the meeting because I'm no longer slurring my words because
Yes.
Pigeon Man's ISP started doing a good.
So I tried to make it in.
Do you mention who's there?
No.
Okay.
So, Justin, what information do I get about this meeting? Because I got nothing right now.
Okay, so it is tomorrow night after sundown at this location here on this the southern end of Jolgree Road.
Oh, are you? I'm looking at the bar. Are you showing another map?
Oh, I am
Yes.
on
Oh,
not
I
on
was
the
gonna say,
Marduk
I
map.
thought I was desynced.
That's fine. Here,
Where are the bits? Oh, there's okay. There's the shade bar.
they're the bits.
Okay, so
shade bars.
so the slicers are like pushing over here.
Yeah, they've the Slicers and the Harkers have been having kind of a turf war going on for the last like year or so, and they've had skirmishes all throughout their existence.
Yeah.
But lately, the Slicers have been making a pretty big push, pretty much like in this area. There have been some skirmishes further in, but pretty much the Harkers are, they're just pushing back. That's all they're doing.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
Let me.
the location's right here. Tomorrow night after sundown.
With whom?
Pigeon Man did not disclose that.
Interesting. The only other okay. Well, Pigeon. We will handle this with whatever delicacy you see fit, but know that we will be at your side if you call.
Understood.
There is one other thing, and I realize it's of a great much less import, but I do still want to try to see the demonologist speak at your school. Is that still? Did we miss that, or is that this week?
That's this week, correct? This like Friday.
Yeah. 21st. Today's still the night of the 21st. I'll say it's the 25th.
So on the
So 25th.
25th.
Midday.
Though, at midday. During classes and stuff. But I don't know how we're going to get into that without a student.
Could we put? I wonder if we could, with some arcane trickery, could we get access to the area he'll be lecturing? Perhaps we could plant a magical bomb or some sort of a glyph at the podium.
Cobra.
It is for the greater good.
The greater good.
You died to save Marduk. Shh. I'm already like going through it in my head, like we're doing this.
Oh God. He's the baddies.
Yes, I'll be the baddies.
Anyways,
Alice, you know how I was mentioning that the show called That Mitchell and Webb Look?
Yes.
Are We the Baddies is from that.
Oh, that's okay. I recognize now that you mention it. I recognize the actor from another clip. I think you sent me.
Get into farming.
Yeah. That was a very young Bilbo was in that. Martin Freeman, right?
Yeah,
Right.
quite a while ago. Yeah.
I don't know if I'm thinking of the right show. All right, Pigeon. So, I mean, we could tail you, and perhaps if things go awry, we could be there close by. I just hope you're not walking into a trap.
I doubt I am.
I'd rather not let the kid walk into something that's gonna kill him.
Well, they would. I would not put it past these people to use your sister just purely to get to you.
If you mean the slicers, I can slice a better neck than any of them could ever do in 10 fucking years.
There is no doubt. I have seen them fight. It is not. It's not great. And okay, Quinn just laughs.
They're very gruesome and violent, but they have no form, and it's not very graceful. And they aren't quick on their feet either.
Neither am I.
You're still quicker than a slicer.
That's sad.
Noting that, though, they rely very well on their equipment, I believe.
Makes sense.
Either way, though, I think this is all that I can say, unless you have specific questions. But I believe it is safe for us all to go to this meeting. And it's better for all of us to be there. Even the Dragon Ball.
You want us all to just walk into the meeting together?
Sure, there's no harm in that.
Would it not be? All right. I was thinking one or two of us could stay close by to as like an.
I think it would be wise for one or two to be out of sight and out of mind in the event that they do bring young Nask's sister here forward as a show of.
How would the Harkers do that if the Slicers have my sister?
We're meeting with the Harkers?
Yes.
Oh, well, that changes things.
Yes, it does indeed.
I feel like that was implied as I mentioned I was talking to Harkers, but I guess I should be more specific.
Fine, you were slurring.
Ajax chuckles. He's like, I'm not paying any fucking attention.
I mean, I could.
And he tops off his glass.
Yes. With a touch, I could use invisibility on myself or a few of us.
Quinn, it's not a concern. Not a concern. Unless you're referring to this lecture.
Frankly, Pigeon, I wonder if you're not being too casual about all this. But I will follow your lead. It is your sister. You just say what will be done, and I will do it.
Even though I've never known them or been a part of them until at least now, technically, with being acquaintances and business partners. They run my home, and I know they're good people. As good a gang of criminal organization can be.
Very well.
And no matter your flawed characteristics of good and evil are, I trust them.
Flawed, you say?
Yes, flawed, and I'm not getting into it because I'll need to drink as much as he does to deal with you talking about that.
Well, just know, Justinian, that the battle line between good and evil runs through the heart of all of us.
Ajax is sitting there kind of snickering at this point. He's losing himself in his drink.
Speaking of
You
which...
know, Quen, why did you become a vigilante? Why didn't you just fix the city from the inside? Oh, wait.
The city...
Because it's too much for one person.
Yes, the city itself is too corrupt. There is no way to repair this. It is. Sometimes I wonder if it is not too far gone. But honestly...
Quen, that was a joke. I know why you're a vigilante and not a politician.
Well, you know, at times I ask myself, would it not be easier just to join them and just revel in the corruption and just profit? But honestly, my time with all of you has brought me back from the brink of that, and I thank you for it.
Well, you're so very welcome for it.
And
Plus, you know what? As much as this is exhausting, this is a lot more fun than being a fucking politician.
yeah, it's true. Even those at the very top, they don't get to have much fun.
I've yet to meet a single politician who was any fun.
It's all. I'll tell you one thing about the politics in this city. You probably already know, but it is nothing but people pretending to be friends. Of course, this seems obvious as I say it, but no one's to be trusted. They all have their own agenda. It's just what they can get from you.
This is the problem with the representative republic. The only way to get anything is through direction. That's why we're...
Damn it, and here I was waiting for the Marxist rhetoric.
Oh, no.
This conversation.
Working on told me that my character...
This conversation is making me very thirsty. Quen would get up and walk over to the bar and put a few silver on the bar and ask. Don't tell me. Hold on. Ask Yanine if she's there for a glass of her very special wine.
Sure thing. She goes and gets you the same wine that you had last time. It's all right. It's
like,
starting to grow on you, though.
It's like the one bottle they have.
I mean, they have more than one, but it's all the same shit.
They just slap different labels on them.
Yeah, pretty much.
What is it, like 5 silver? What is that?
Same shit, different toilet.
2.
2 silver. All right, I'll put down 3.
Pretty much, yeah.
3 for a tip.
Same keg, just different labels.
Yeah.
It would be
Right.
really good if D&D
Same Taco Bell, different porcelain.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
when
gross.
when it comes to wine, Morga's back there going and simply just refilling bottles and slapping a different label on there.
Yeah.
If this were the modern days, you would have lost your liquor license.
Yeah. So yes, I would.
Thank God it's not.
Yeah, right.
Quen would thank Yanine and come back to the table, taking a sip, kind of frowning, and sit and say, "You know, Ajax, if you're open to it, I have a friend who imports some very nice wine from the nearby islands."
I'm sure they do. I ain't got that kind of money.
I just hold out my hand and I just tap the back of his hand and I say, "It will be my gift for your hospitality."
Oh, here, have some. Ajax goes and pours some of his scotch in your glass.
Is he mixed it with the wine?
Oh no.
I'm pretty sure Ajax should probably start rolling Constitution saves at some point.
Go ahead and roll one. We'll just see how how good you're handling it so far.
You
I
want to
wonder if
save
Ajax will
or?
remember this conversation
Save.
in the morning.
Oh, Ajax will not remember any of this.
Oh my god, he rolled a 9!
Oh my god, that's pretty bad. Yeah, no. Editor's note: they'll have to re-explain all this to Ajax in the morning.
I'm gonna look at Quen and say, remind him that he has a meeting in the evening when he wakes up.
About all that Ajax will likely remember is the fact that somebody was talking about slicers and that he does not like these people.
Yeah.
Fine. Just ask Sarah. She's got a home remedy somewhere.
Ajax simply just remembers emotions.
Okay.
Much, yes.
So,
And,
Ooh.
Quen, make sure you give him milk and an egg. Specifically cow's milk and a raw egg.
Mixed
Have
together.
him drink that. Yes, mixed together.
Ajax leans back and goes and says, "Eggs for everyone."
some of the bar pages go like, they look and like, yeah, just confused kind of yeah.
Quen is going to try something. She's going to kind of look at her glass and kind of frown. She sort of crinkles her nose and frowns as she looks at the whiskey swirling with
Scotch.
her scotch. Excuse me, swirling in with her wine, and she's actually going to speak a word and draw a rune, casting prestidigitation, attempting to clean the wine of the scotch.
Okay, make an Arcana check.
Sure. I know that's a little out there, but
Could
Yeah.
you just cast it and make the whiskey taste like wine?
Yeah, you could just do that, but I'll say that with a 19, yeah, you just kind of focus in, and you use the flavoring bit of it, and you go and smell it again, and it smells entirely like wine. It doesn't look any different, but it smells entirely like wine. Take a sip, all tastes
Now-
like the wine.
Now, here's the real question. Does it hit you like wine? Or does
No.
it hit you like the scotch?
It hits like really fucked up sangria.
I quite like sangria.
Don't.
But I will
let
say with
Ajax find
Quen
that out.
being an elf, you can take one glass of this.
Okay, without having a problem. I guess so. Yeah, she would kind of shake her head, kind of close her eyes, and say, "Oof, it tastes a little better, but it has a kick, Ajax."
He grins. You do not want to let him know that he did this and that it worked. Because he will use that.
Not if he doesn't remember it.
Well, correct. That's why you don't want him to find out. Because he will go and start mixing shit like that. And, yeah.
At this, I would actually look over my shoulder and I would say, speaking of our small friend and the big one as well, do we know where they are? We should tell them about this meeting tomorrow.
I left Madcap a letter, which I will assume he will check. Hopefully.
Do we know?
And then,
yeah.
Then I was going to see if I could either tell somebody at the temple or see if I could find the big one himself before I went home. And probably don't.
Do we know where Arco is, or he could be anywhere in the city?
He is at the temple.
He's at
I
the
know
temple.
for a fact.
Yeah, he told you when you guys docked that he was gonna go there after the after you were done at the safe house.
Okay. I think a walk in the night there would do me good. Should we pay him a visit, or what do you think?
I'll get him.
I would recommend Ajax, you're drunk, stay home.
Go find more. Get him out here.
All right.
You know,
Okay.
I don't.
Quen, I would recommend that unless you're going home, that you don't go to the temple.
I could send him a message.
That would probably be even better. I don't need him talking up about this band that he's fabricated.
Justin, would you give me just a little, what's the word? A little guidance here. What time is it? And I assume we would want him to meet.
By now, since you guys have been talking, it's probably around
11-ish, I think.
11, a little past 11
p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. He's probably sleeping. I could contact him in the morning.
You two.
If you send,
These two
if
are
you,
looking for you.
What
And
does...
he points at Quen and Pigeon.
Wrong big one, Ajax.
What about the little one?
Red and scales. Dragon Man. Bahamut. Platinum Dragon.
Yes, I know who
Talking to-
Bahamut is. Are these two the right ones?
Quen does a full-on Captain Picard facepalm.
Well, they asked for you guys. I guess they don't want you now. You can go back to what you were doing.
You say so, boss. And
I do.
And Moore just kind of looks Ajax kind of up and down, and he's like, "I'll get me hangover cure ready."
Good man. Completely ignoring the fact that he's a dwarf.
Yeah. He's got a couple of tricks up his sleeve.
Quen, if you send him a message while he's asleep, though, won't it appear to him when he's awake?
Let me study my...
I think it wakes you up. I mean, it doesn't specify, but the fact that the duration is 1 round, I would imagine that the spell effect would wake you up.
Let me read. It's message.
Sending. 1, I don't think Quen knows message, and 2, he's way too far away for that.
Yeah, it is sending.
Yeah, message is only 30 feet.
It's 120.
Is it? Damn.
Yeah, it's 120, but it has to go in a line, so it is affected by like walls and doors and shit.
Oh, yeah.
The creature hears the message in its mind. So, I mean, if they're unconscious...
Incorporates into their dream.
Oh, that
Bahamut goes and tells him the message.
discount dream.
Whatever,
Yeah.
send your message when you need to, Quen. It's not my concern. It's your magic. It's your spell slot. You do what you want.
Well, if I send it now, I could rest and get my spell slot. But yes, I think I will do it now. I will tell him to meet us here in the morning.
Just tell him where to meet in the evening.
Okay. In the interest of time, Justin, I do so. I give...
Yeah,
Yes.
I would say it's easy enough. You just say, just tell him, hey, this situation with Pigeon Man's sister, we're gonna meet up near this spot in the Shade Burrow. Be armored, basically. Be armed and armored.
Yes, and I'd say be armed and armored and ready to talk about Bahamut in case they have any questions.
You get and be ready to talk about Baha, and then the message cuts off.
That's my secret, which I'm always too armed.
Yeah. All right. So, Arco, I'll say, like, as you're getting ready to go to bed, you get a message in your mind from Quen, and the spell informs you that you can respond if you wish. 25 words.
I'll respond and I'll say, sure seeing Quen, I'll see you then. There's definitely a lot of that lisp coming through, by the way, as I am talking. I am canonically lisping.
Okay.
Canonically, does the end of your message have the word at the end?
Yes.
Every counts as a word.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I could see. Okay. I could see Argo doing it in real life, and it just ends with, I don't know how many words the thing is, Quen, but I wanted to let you know that. Like that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that actually sounds about right.
Uh, Lemon.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was on a call today for work, and one of my coworkers was singing "Working on My Night Cheese." I'm like, that's such a good,
Oh my god.
such like a deep reference.
All right. So
All right.
you all have a meeting planned.
Yeah, after that, I will stand up, and I will draw some runes in the air, speaking some incantations, and then reaching into a bag, dropping a pinch of dirt on the ground. And I will cast Long Strider on myself.
Okay. And for the next hour, you move faster than Madcap, I think. Yeah.
I already move faster than Madcap.
Do you?
Yes, I have mobile.
Oh, okay. So you're at 40 and at level
And he-
7. I think he would.
Madcap's at 40.
Okay, so yeah, you now move faster than Madcap for an hour.
Ajax.
Well,
looks at
I
the
also
map.
have bonus action dashes, so
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, you just Naruto runs home.
Ajax looks at his glass and puts it down and goes and says, "I think that's enough for tonight."
no, one more.
Hearing that in his head, Ajax takes one more.
Okay. So everybody splits off for the evening. Ajax will wake up in the
Stumbles-
morning very
stumbles to
hungover.
bed.
Fairly
More than
hungover, but thankfully, Moore knows a thing or two about hangover cures, being a dwarf. So he
Dwarves
fixes
don't
you up.
get hangovers. Let's be
Well,
honest.
if they do, they shrug it off really well. But you know, he's also a chef, so he knows a few things. Or at least he has the chef feat, so he knows a few things to help you out with that.
Yes.
Kind of get you back up and going. You're kind of sluggish until like noon, probably afternoon, and then by then you're kind of normal.
Yeah, that's kind of normal.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, that's how I work.
Right. Madcap will awake a bit later because you were out a bit later. Yeah. At what point do you check your dead drop?
Probably just use like an hour in the morning, do my stuff, and then not much else to do, and it's not super far away. I'd go check it.
Okay. You climb your way up, and then you go to check the box, and you have a letter from Pigeon Man explaining something's happened to his sister.
Oh, I just told him. I didn't write any of that. I just told him where the meeting was
Okay.
and the time.
Yeah, but
Upon getting that, I would probably go, because I don't think there's anything for me to do today, really. So I'd probably just go to his house, actually.
okay.
The coop.
So, yeah. So we'll say probably sometime in the probably around noon, I would say. Pigeon Man gets a knock on his door.
It's open.
I guess I would end.
All right, and you see civilian closed Madcap. There we go. Put you on the right layer.
I'd kind of just hold up the piece of paper he left and just kind of point to it. What's up?
Thought I'd answer that then. I was gonna go out, but I guess I can do that now. Slicers took my sister, and meeting with Harkers.
Huh.
Not sure your thoughts on that, being a guard, but
On my list of shit to get out of the city, honestly, the Harkers are at the bottom of it.
You know, Ajax said the same thing. I'm really surprised that you two agree on that on that issue.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna get to it eventually, but you know,
Right.
there's priorities, and if it means taking out some slicers, I'm not gonna stub my nose at that.
Slice the slicers.
Snick snack.
Hopefully, we get to go out and kill tonight. But if we
Do we-
don't,
I mean, do we need what are the Harkers doing for us?
well, don't really know yet. Actually, I guess that's what we were discussing. But their leader seems inclined to help. Like, quite literally.
You spoke with Madsen.
Think that's the name?
She did give you the name, yeah. She introduced herself.
Yeah, her.
Must be a pretty big deal for her to be involved.
Well, apparently Slicers are moving in on their territory. I know you know, they've been brawling since before I've even been fucking alive, but...
That long.
Huh?
Not that long. Like, as far as...
You only said that long.
Oh, I said not that long.
In either way, I'm only exaggerating.
I know. Just clarifying.
Now, so does Madcap know that his sister goes to the school?
I think so? I think it's come up.
I've mentioned she's a spellcaster, so...
And you mentioned... but you did mention that you had a contact in the academy. So, I don't know if
and I
Madcap
think
would be able to put two and two.
I mentioned that she was decoding the owlbear stuff, I think.
Yeah, so I think
No, actually, that I didn't even remember you did not mention. Because I was wondering if you would, but you never did.
Oh, okay.
So the Slicers took her. I guess that tracks. I've been hearing rumors that the Slicers have been not killing like they usually do.
Yeah, it's very odd. And I was actually kind of had a heart-to-heart with Ajax yesterday. Though he probably doesn't remember, he got fucking hammered. But I think it might have been the same people who took his fiance. Or at least related.
That could make sense. If the Slicers are responsible for abducting magic users, but I mean, some of that happened in the South Docks, and that's fucking Pipers, and the Slicers went all the way there.
I feel like with the kidnappings, it's probably a very specific set of people doing it. Small groups of people in gangs can realistically travel into other territory, be unnoticed or unharmed, as long as they stick to the shadows and the small parts. Realistically, I mean, me wearing a fucking pigeon mask everywhere, if I just walked out in the open, I would get the shit beaten out of me literally every gang territory I go, but remain unseen, you can be anywhere you want.
That's a fair point.
I mean, you've run through people's legs because you're short. I think you know that better than anyone.
So, I mean, I took care of some business last night. I'm kind of free for the day.
You wanna go take some business during the day?
What's that?
You wanna go take care of some business during the day?
Yeah, my day's kind of open. I talked to a couple of them last night. I met with Lucia. Did they mention that? Madcap said that he had met with Lucia, and he had discussed it with Quen and Ajax.
They did not mention it.
Well, Fat Tusk was moved to the Acropolis. Finding a way in is going to be exceedingly difficult, but I do want to talk to that bastard. Current possibilities is get someone to get us on the inside, sneak in through the front, or find some long forgotten back way inside the Shade Borough.
I like that third option.
Yeah, none seem too great at the moment. I mean, finding the way in will be the hard part. If we can, it's probably not too difficult from there. But, well, I was worried because, being in the Acropolis, Tarkov's there, but Tarkov's out of town for a while, so hopefully nothing too unbecoming will happen to Fat Tusk while we find your sister.
Hopefully, but I mean, instead of dealing with gangers as our day business, maybe we could try and get in there. I mean, during the day is really when people are going to be gone from there, right?
The Acropolis?
Yeah, people have to go around town and talk to people.
Yeah, but so I mean that's when it's probably more gold cloaks on. It is gold, right? Or red?
The gold, I'm pretty sure, are the ones who handle the Acropolis itself and are like the personal guards to like counselors and stuff.
I mean, that's when more of the gold sashes will be around and people will be going about their business. During the night, it would be easier. If the doors are open, Con can turn a couple of us invisible and we can have our fill of the place. But,
Feeling the more people we have involved, the more likely we are to get caught.
we're already aware of my intentions of getting in there. I don't know. What do you have planned for today? I can't imagine it was sitting around doing nothing and waiting for dusk.
Actually, that's kind of what it was.
Oh.
I was considering going out and maybe doing some murdering, but maybe some...
Not generally a daytime activity either.
Yeah, you can.
What about Hostile? Does he know anything about this?
I haven't asked, but I saw him the other day, and yesterday, and I try and space out my visits with him.
True.
I like him, and I know he likes me because I'm probably the only person he's ever owed a favor to in the city. But I cannot stand him every fucking day.
He would get tiresome.
The DM smiles.
I would skin him into a human if I had to deal with him every day.
Well, one more piece of business is I stopped in the magic shop. I don't like the idea of just drop boxes and hoping we find each other.
I don't either. I was hoping it was a temporary idea.
Well, I have a new one. I spoke to this enchanter, the same one that made my axe, made Quen's sword.
Pretty sure I bought this from her too.
All right, and she can make earrings. I got. Did they have to be earrings? Could they be anything?
It could be anything, but generally a piece of jewelry, the enchantment will take to a lot better.
You can make probably jewelry for each of us. It would let us stay in telepathic communication up to, I think she said, 1,000 feet.
Oh, nice.
And how much was it? Was it
370, I think, a piece.
Be about 370 a piece.
Here you go.
Okay then.
That's my donation to the cause.
Had 370 gold in your inventory. I assume you want everybody to throw it.
I mean, yeah, I can cover my own. I can't cover anyone else's.
I would say I could theoretically cover someone else's, but I have to pay rent.
True. Well, I guess I can. I mean, do we want to go find now? Another thing I did is there. Are we sure this was just a coincidence that it was your sister that was taken? I mean, does anyone know who you are, as far as the demonologist and whatnot goes? I mean, they know who Quen is. They know who Ajax or Arco is. It's not difficult for them to figure out who Ajax is. I know I've been as careful as possible, and your mask helps. But does anyone know who you are?
Well, I know Miss Ma'am of the Harkers knows who I am, so...
Could this have been targeted at you specifically by way of your sister?
I have no clue if this was targeted towards me, or if she was targeted specifically because she's a magic user. Though this seems rather well timed, as her spellbook, she's a scribe, and she's going through that orator training. And her spellbook just awakened.
I see. Well, you said the demonologist has his. Well, he visits the school regularly, so to some extent, so he could have contacts inside of there to know who his best targets are going to be.
For sure.
Well, if the others are willing, we can collect their gold and get the enchanter on the path to making our equipment. We could also ask Levingham, see if he has a solution for us, and maybe check in on how he and Grella are getting along.
Maybe we do that first, and then maybe not break into the Acropolis just yet.
I was not thinking that. No.
But maybe we could scope it out at least. I think even though there will be more guards during the day, is probably the best time to do a scope out.
That's true. People here and there less likely to draw attention during the day.
Exactly, and as well, it's easier to see the hidden crevices during the day.
And there might be another way to find your sister. We'd still want to do it at night, so we might as well meet with these Harkers first.
Do tell.
Well, and I'm going to pull out a piece of paper and kind of hold it up. This is a magical piece of paper. They're not cheap. I have about 3 of them, and they cost me quite a bit. You can write a message on it, and then hold it up and speak someone's name. And it'll apply to them to deliver the message. If you're fast enough, you can keep up with.
Can they send it back?
I don't think so. I mean, at least not immediately. And it'd be certainly suspicious and alarming to anyone in the path of the message, but it get us in the right direction as close as possible before it hit a wall.
All right.
I don't know how reliable it is, but it's just... I've had them in case I needed to send something very dire to Lucia or Krella or whoever, but it's just a thought that came to me.
Well, they seem like useful tools. Maybe we can discuss using them after this meeting.
Yeah, so I mean, I imagine we won't be doing anything before then anyways, and we can see how the meeting goes.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, I'm almost ready to go. Let me just go get. I'm gonna go get my mask.
All right. To the safe house first.
Okay. You guys head to the safe house. I imagine by now you probably have like a secret knock set up. Just go ahead and do that. And you can see when you open, you were expecting maybe like a foggy barrier, but you don't see anything when the door opens other than Grella. She goes, well, I fancy seeing you two here. What's up?
Oh, I'm just seeing how the odd couple are getting along, and just have a couple questions for Levingham.
Real funny. Let me go see. I think he's upstairs. She leads you upstairs, and you can see Levingham's kind of... The room that he's in now is just kind of, like, not super disorganized, but you can definitely tell that they've been moving things around, and he's still working on getting some things set up, but you can see he is...
Is he healing himself? Does he have like a tiny little baby hand like Deadpool?
Not as far as you can tell. You can still see it's bandaged up. He's looking in his spell book, but he's not writing in it. He's writing on a separate piece of parchment, and you can see he's like looking very frustrated as he's writing with his left hand. What do you want?
How are you settling in?
As best as a cripple like myself can. This is going to be very tiresome, as he just kind of throws his quill down and just... Should have trained myself with my other hand, but whatever. Is there something I can do for you?
Well, did want to see how you were doing. Is there anything I can have, I mean, I'm sure you should be too difficult for you to make your way around the city to get whatever you need, but anything I can bring for you?
Possibly, but I just need to work out the formula. I'm attempting to create a regeneration potion to restore my arm, but I'm not entirely sure what specific ingredients I will need. Some of it will be easy to come across, things you would find in healing potions, but the effect needs to be significantly greater. I need to go through my notes on such things, do some research. If something comes up, I'll let you know.
Sure, and Grella's not too bad at this stuff. Maybe she can
I think it's only been less than a day, but I think I underestimated her. She definitely does have potential. And you hear from downstairs, I heard that. That almost sounded like gratitude. It's like, though her attitude, well, honestly, I think it's par for the course considering how I am with people.
I knew you two would get along.
Come back to us in a week. See if one of us is dead.
Hopefully not her.
Yeah, hopefully not. That would look quite bad. Anyways.
I had another question. So, a group of us, we were trying to find a way to keep ourselves in touch with each other over great distances. Bed drops and hoping for happenstance paths crossing is not the way to go. I got a quote from a local enchanter to make some piece of jewelry or something that would keep us in touch within a generous distance, but still limited to about 1,000 feet. I was wondering if you had the ability to do anything better. I know you had you used something special in that that room of yours.
Yes, I would be willing to help you on that. However, I do not have access to a lot of my enchanting implements here. I have quite enough for alchemical means, but the things I would need to set up a sort of enchanting workstation are a bit more exotic. That and having a second arm really helps in the process. So, it is something I could do for you, but I both lack the supplies and one of my implements for it. But should those matters be rectified in the future, absolutely, that is something I could do for you. I know it's probably not the answer you wanted, but
Well,
these are the realities of, well, losing your dominant hand.
what you want and what you expect in life are got to keep them both in check.
You're a smart man.
And I mean, is there obviously the priority is solving the hand situation. Would there be an ETA for your ability to work on this for us? I mean, days, weeks.
Well, it depends on how our research goes. If we can find ingredients, if I can understand the correct ingredients and brewing techniques for this potion, and that will hopefully not take more than a few days. Then the question becomes, which ingredients do I need and where do they come from? So they might not be local to this island. I might have to work through one of the suppliers in the city. I'll entrust that to the lady. It's easier for her to go outside.
Would you be able to use residuum?
Possibly. I'd have to... I've never thought of that. I've mostly looked at residuum in terms of what it can do to amplify spells, but not necessarily potion craft. And the lady has already made some progress in that regard. That could work.
I've got some.
You do?
So do I.
You have some?
Yeah, I have a medium chunk.
Oh yeah, you found what? You found some in the tower.
Did you give that to me?
I put it in the bag of holding, and I haven't written down my sheet.
Oh, I have 1 medium crystal and 3 small crystals.
Oh yeah, I have a medium chunk. Not
Oh,
a...
okay.
If you have some to donate, we'll still do the research on what we need initially, so that we at least have that. But that would be interesting for testing. It might make the process go a bit smoother if some theories are correct.
I mean,
But once all of that's done, the matter of regrowing the arm will be rather quick. I imagine it would probably be done within an hour or two.
Well,
on it, I can bring.
Pick it up. And I lay out just this fucking green chunk.
He goes and picks it up. Yes. It's not one of mine.
Stolen
It's a
from
substantial chunk.
Stolen from the demonologist himself.
Ah, good. Now I don't feel so bad.
Would you have felt bad in any other circumstance?
Probably not. But I feel rather vindicated that some things of value have been stolen from that squatter.
Oh, we've been making them quite unhappy. So.
That's good, but well, sleep with one eye open is what I say when dealing with these people.
Well, we'll leave you to it. Go on our way, and good luck. Do you have the ability for long range communication?
Sending? Yes, I know that one.
Yeah. So
Hey.
if you come up with
Hey,
anything,
Cake, we're getting
Hello?
Cake, we're getting some feedback.
Are you guys hearing other people talk?
Yeah,
Sorry.
and it's
No,
like kind of staticky.
Sorry. It's
okay.
my bad.
Okay. Anyways, you were saying?
if you come up with anything, need anything, let me know.
Absolutely. Well, you know what? I forgot. I almost forgot for a moment. Perhaps I am going senile, and he kind of traces a root in the air, and the mage hand appears and starts writing for him. I just need to do that every minute.
There you go. Hi. No, that's the one that Pigeon knows, right? Mage hand.
Yes.
I know.
Well, that's your magic initiate, right?
Yeah, my magic initiate were Vicious Mockery and Mage Hand.
Yeah, so Mac was like, "Oh, yeah, I've seen that. The kid knows that one."
Really? I never took you for a student of the arcane. I thought you were more of the dagger in the dark type.
I became that after I dropped out.
Ah, I see.
Oh.
Well, I don't think I I have time for 2 students at the moment, so Well.
Don't worry. I am much more interested in skipping to the self-education part of the arcade.
well, if you need any pointers, I'm an expert right here.
I'll keep that in mind. I'll either talk to you or whatever clone is alive at that point.
Hopefully I have at least a few more years on that before that becomes a problem.
Oh, we'll leave you to it.
Yes.
Before leaving you, though, I do have one unrelated question, and that doesn't really matter, and you don't have to answer. When you create the clones, do they have your memories?
Not until this body passes.
And
Once-
are you, since your body passes, right? And I guess it moves over in or something. Do you know that you're in the clone's body?
Yes. I
Interesting.
know that this is not my original body, but the clone is a perfect copy of myself when the spell is cast.
Okay.
Yes, unfortunately, I have not yet found a way to make the clones younger than I am, but well, much of that research has been stalled at the moment.
Of course.
The clones are merely a
Could-
backup should the worst happen.
Fair enough. Thank you for answering my pointless questions.
It's not pointless at all if you're curious.
Well, that pertains no use to me.
Don't sell yourself too short. Who knows? Anything is possible. Anyways, I'm starting to get sentimental. Leave me before I start to throw up.
Considering looking at your stump, I'm surprised you aren't already throwing up.
It doesn't hurt anymore. Not unless you touch it.
Anyways.
Hand poke.
What hurts worse? What hurts worse? Bumping the stump or bumping the funny bone?
Yes.
Just looks at you, just incredulously.
Yes. Alright, goodbye.
Yes. He traces his rune again, and the mage hand reappears and starts writing again. But you notice it is going very slowly. But the handwriting is coming out a lot nicer. As you pass by Grella, she just goes... She just looks at you, Madcap, and it's just like... This better be worth it. I'm getting along with him all right, but... I don't know. I see thrown plates in my future.
I think his grumpiness is a little amusing.
Well, it is, but
And
then you
clearly-
realize that he can, well, point and turn somebody to ash. So there's that.
True. But, I guess that's the risks of
But he can also resurrect you.
Maybe.
I'll consider it the risks of a higher education.
Fair enough, I suppose.
You good? You need anything?
With all the things you've brought me, I think I'm good for a bit outside of anything super exotic, but I could talk to that alchemist just across the way. With the Johns being dissolving at this point, it's a lot safer for me to go outside. Still put the hood up, but
Yeah.
Not too afraid.
I fucked
good.
up Forrest
Fucking
last
hate that
night.
guy.
Smug prick.
Yeah.
Who?
He was trying to take control after the Don got locked up. I found him last night. Big glass Goliath thought he was hot shit. I just beat the shit out of him, and turned him into the guard.
Nice.
Yeah. So they're in extra disarray right now. I killed a couple of them too. So let them know. Just because the Don's locked up doesn't mean I've forgotten about him.
Like meat's back on the menu.
All right, where are we heading next?
Either like Temple of Bahamut or Gull to beg for money and panhandle our party for earrings, or we could also scope out the Acropolis.
I think the two of us alone would be better off doing that before we get the others. Especially the Dragonborn.
Fair enough.
No offense. I mean, I spent a little
Well,
time.
I mean, him pointing up and yelling, "Don't look up there," is very distracting.
Yeah, that was. You know, I had a feeling that was going to happen, but I'm like, it can't possibly actually happen. But that would happen.
Yeah, I thought I was being superstitious, but then it happened.
So, you guys are gonna go scope out the Acropolis first?
Yeah.
Okay. Just to note, since Madcap especially would know this, the Acropolis is closed to anybody who is not an official that works there, or slash lives there in some cases, or anybody who does not have, some mark of passage, either from an official there or some sort of thing that says you can come and go, like a permit.
Would my uniform be enough to get me in, or would I need something more than that?
Your uniform. I'm trying to think. I mean, technically, yes, but at the same time, these are this is a different division, basically. They're like the hot shots. So
I probably need like a written statement from like Lucia saying why her sergeant or lieutenant or whatever.
yeah, I would say you probably need a written permission from like your captain or another captain or something like that.
Super good at forging. That's something to keep in mind.
Yeah. And the walls themselves are pretty high. They have
are they solid stone, like cobblestone, like brickwork?
Yeah, it's like cobblestone brickwork. It's much cleaner. It's not nearly as rough as like most stuff you see because it's elven. So the walls are a bit smoother. And there are people on the ramparts. There are crossbowmen and stuff like that.
Well, getting a good look on it during the day, probably not something that's gonna happen.
Yeah, even if you're on the rooftops, you can kind of only see like the upper floors of the actual building of the Acropolis.
Let's try and find the highest building in the Heights and get up there.
Okay. I'm trying to think. The heights kind of go up, so they're at an incline. So the best angle you would have would be closer to the walls, but also closer to the walls, the buildings get smaller for defensive purposes. I'd say just go ahead and make an investigation check, just as you're looking around, just trying to find something that would be a good angle.
14.
14?
I guess Madcap's probably helping, right?
I'd say so.
We're both in on it.
You're both rooftop experts. Okay. You guys look around for a bit, and you do find a decently tall building that, just from your overall visual estimations, somewhere around here-ish, that might do the trick. You sneak into an alleyway, and then make your way up. Go ahead and make me a perception check, both of you, separately.
Okay.
Damn. Okay.
Let me
I'll
roll
say.
my D4.
Oh, that's right. You get the damn. Okay, that's right. I forgot that that's the thing that the cowl of the trash bird gives you.
I love that item.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, with Pigeon Man's 24, absolutely. What since you rolled so high, what are you specifically looking for?
So specifically, I'm looking for like like, what exactly is the building structure layout? Where are the entrances that are, like, blatantly open? And any more specific minute details?
Okay. So first off, entrances are kind of hard to see because even at this angle, you can really only see some of the upper floors. But you can see that the Acropolis itself is kind of it's not a uniform building. It does have like kind of some wings that look like they're 1 or 2 levels, and then other sections that are like 3 or 4 or something like that. It is kind of not like ramshackle, but it is definitely uneven. It's not a uniform symmetrical building. So there might be pathways in from the top if you can get in. Um, the From the vantage point that you're on, the guard towers here. So these little like circle joints are guard towers. Um, these might be a good way in through the walls to get into the actual grounds themselves because they do have um, arrow slit windows. So if you use those as an anchor point and maybe use a couple of pythons here and there, you might be able to get your way through there and then rappel your way down. The question is, when will they be the least guarded, if at all, and all that sort of shit.
Well, I could also, mentioning to Madcap, pointing it out, it's like, I slipped through the ones at the Tower of Brellandare. You could probably slip through those.
No, is that like to the inside of the building or in through like parapets of the tower?
So they would be like into the guard tower, I think.
Yeah, so basically what I'm saying is you, at least at the distance that you can see, because judging how big the arrow slits are, you're not entirely sure exactly how big they are, because you getting through the ones in the tower, because the tower's not a defensive thing, they were a bit more open, so with these ones it might be a little dicey. You would actually have to be up close to them and try. But at the very least, using those with like, you know, because they do have a ledge, a small enough ledge for you to at least get like at least one hand on. It'd be a good way to kind of break up your climb. It would actually make it a bit more possible, rather than the actual walls themselves being much more sheer. And then from there at the top, you would, if you could get your way up, you would reason to believe that rappelling down into the courtyard would be fairly simple as long as you have enough rope.
And then, to look, if I can see that far, are there guard towers on the side of the Shade Barrow?
Yeah, with the angle you can see, you can't really see this one with the building, but you can kind of see like a little bit of on the side. You don't really see exactly how tall it is, but you can kind of tell it's there. This one you can see. And that one does appear to overlook the Shade Burrow, but you know that the drop from there all the way down is quite significant.
You know, we could maybe climb that left corner in the Shade Burrow. It's not too deep in there. And then whatever, if it's nighttime, even if there's a guard down there, we could just fucking yank him down and throw him down. No one would hear him scream. The drop is too far.
I would much rather not do that. Well, do you remember those boots we found in the temple? Well, I didn't intend to really keep them myself. I just put them on because, you didn't know what they did, and they let me do this, and I'll cast Levitate.
You see Madcap kind of float like, I'd say you don't go the full like 20, but you do float like enough off the ground to be eye level with Justinian.
So I can silently float up even along the side of the Shade Burrow, just with a grappling hook and a rope to the least visible spot. You're very adept at climbing.
You'd need to, a single like 50-foot length of rope would probably not cut it though.
Yeah, well, then both tie rope together.
Yeah, I'm just pointing it out.
At least combined rope. But at mean, that's a thought.
Yeah, it's. I think the backside is definitely the way to go. We are not getting in through the front.
And we're not killing gold stashes.
Are the crossbowmen gold sashes?
Yes, any guard who is, inside the Acropolis or on the battlements around it are gold sashes.
Damn it! I should have taken sleep.
I think Quen used to know sleep.
Yeah, she used it for a session, I think.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, that and Tasha's hideous laughter were her signatures early on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm gonna give me 10 minutes, Madcap.
And I will say that if we do get inside, I know where the cells are in that place.
Well, that makes this easy. We just have to find out how to do the hard part.
Then pray to God it's not super well guarded.
And I think if we can get the witch to make us invisible, I think we could go a long way in there.
Alright, so using 10 minutes, I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals as a ritual.
Okay.
And then after completing that, I'm gonna whistle to any birds flying around us, holding out my finger.
Okay. You kind of whistle, and eventually, and you hold out your hand, and then eventually, a pigeon lands next to you. Madcap hears, the kind of noise that they make, and but Pigeon Man, you hear, "Oi, what you want?"
I like that it's Australian.
Hey, here's the thing. I love Speak with Animals. I love giving things stupid accents, and animals are the best thing to do that with.
I think it should have a Boston accent.
I can't. I don't know. I don't think I could do a Bostonian accent off the cuff.
Oh, harder! Harder!
All right.
Oh, yeah!
Well, damn it. It's just gonna devolve into Cockney anyways.
Okay,
so
hold on. We don't say "oh yeah." We say "it's wicked piss a kid."
It's wicked piss a kid.
One glass of water.
Water!
Water.
Or
I
you
need
sit
water!
on your computer all day.
Anyways, I will attempt this. It will be bad.
You and your video games!
Your cousin's a doctor. Anyways, so, he goes, alright, what you want?
You see that big ass building over there?
Yeah?
Find me their guard schedule.
What'd you say?
Find me their guard schedule.
A what?
A piece of paper with names on it and times.
What are ties?
You think you can fucking read?
Right.
I'm not punishing you. It's a pigeon.
I know.
They're not known to be all that entirely smart.
Okay, you know what? Find me an entrance.
He kind of flies over to the edge of the building and kind of points his head over to the gate.
I did.
I mean, there's that, but I could just fly over.
You could. Find me a human one.
He points again to the gate.
I can't go through that. I'm not an important human.
Oh. It's I could fly around and see if there's a nice open window.
Yeah, you know what? Go through there, find an open window, and fly around and see what you find.
Okay. All right. I'll be back in a jiffy. So, all right.
Oh, man, I'm just like, yeah, you're going all in on this pigeon thing. What the hell was that?
The bird flies off. Roll something.
Look, I whistled and it was the first one that came to me.
Well, you're just making bird noises at it. So when do you do that?
Last night.
First time I did it was on the boat. That was kind of cool. Okay, you know what? Never mind. I'll show you later. But I know a few other things.
All right, I'm down for some surprises.
For about 5 minutes, the bird comes back. He lands next to Pigeon Man and goes, "Mate, the people inside there are right fucking cunts. What the fuck?"
Yeah, I know.
And I flew around for a bit. One of them just started throwing things at me. One lady tried to swat me with a broom.
What a
Fucking
bitch.
terrifying.
Did you find anything cool?
I thought I found some breadcrumbs, but it turned out I think it was glass.
Oh, that probably hurt.
Not as much as you think. You just peck it a little bit, you figure out what it is.
Not a real bird, so I don't figure those things out.
Are you still wearing the mask, though?
Yes.
Funny. You look like one, but you're really fucking big.
Yeah, you're right. Alright, well... I thought I'd get more use out of this. But at least I didn't use a spell slot. Here you go, and I give him some bread.
It's like, oh shit! And he just starts going at it, just like peck, just picking up all the breadcrumbs.
Alright.
It's a good fucking breadcrumbs. You alright, mate? You alright in my book.
Alright, cool. Hopefully we can do this again, but I think you've served your purpose for now. Go do pigeon things.
Yeah. And before the spell ends, you just hear kind of like off in the distance, it's like, watch me poop on this guy. With your keen perception, you can see a little bird poop fall.
Bullseye!
Hold on, I'm gonna roll for accuracy.
Oh god.
This is peak D&D content. Holy fuck! You got a natural 20.
Oh, right in the eye.
Like a fucking predator drone. you
Oh my god.
you hear off in the distance some poor soul go, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" You imagine he was right on target.
Oh.
I love D&D, guys. Just so you know.
I don't believe you. Not at all.
Yeah, I feel like you're lying to us.
Yeah, no, I'm a big fat liar.
Big fat liar.
So, what's next on the agenda for you guys?
Muhammad.
Okay, Temple of Bahamut.
I was asking.
Oh.
if-
Sure.
Okay. Cake, are you there? Oh, he said he spelled whiskey on his desk.
Look it up. Jesus.
Let's put a pin in that. Maybe we do that next. Until Cake is back.
We'll pretend we did that.
Those days, Quinn and Apex doing. You want to jump to them?
Maybe we should let them do something. I feel like we've been doing a lot.
Okay. Is there anything that Quen or Ajax want to accomplish during this time?
Ajax really. Yeah, Ajax has nothing.
Okay.
I had a thought, and then I'm like, no, that would kill him.
Quen?
I'm good at the moment.
Okay. Eventually, Pigeon Man and Madcap will make their way into the goal. I mean, unless you guys have anything important to talk about, you are just kind of like getting the funds for the thing.
Yeah.
Do we just want to?
That's the thing. We did. I didn't ask, but since I asked that, like, how long it would take her to make these 5 earrings.
Yeah, she probably would have told you. To make them with that potency. Let me see something. Probably in the neighborhood of 4 days. Like that, it is a bit of a process.
All that, so we don't know what the time frame on that might be. So is this good enough that we want to spend the money on? I know legs in. Madcap is fine with it.
Ajax wouldn't have an issue with it. Quen?
You know Quen's all about it.
It's like jewelry? Fuck yeah. We got you.
Alright, so I guess everyone marked down 370, and Madcap will go put in that order.
Okay.
Wait, 370 gold each?
Yeah.
Let me double check. I'm
Jeez.
pretty sure Cake is in, but I just want to double check and make sure he has that much gold.
Yeah,
Oh. Okay.
I'm here. Sorry.
No,
I
you're
don't know. I don't know if you guys were told, but I spilled whiskey on my desk.
Yeah.
Got on my keyboard.
I told them.
Alright, here's the.
I think you got replacements.
Yeah, you got a lot more keyboard.
I'm using my favorite one though, so I had to save it.
Yeah.
It was stressful.
I was
like
like,
more keyboards than I do.
Dude, I was like running for like I'm like I gotta clean this keyboard now.
what kind of whiskey cake?
Huh?
What kind of whiskey?
It all like Crown Royale stuff. It comes in like a purple bag when you buy it at Costco.
Oh yeah, those are
yeah.
nice bag.
Yeah, it was nice. It was actually
Buy a dice bag and get some beer, or not beer,
I know.
get some booze.
yeah, it's like awesome. Well, anyways, sorry, I just got back and I got
It's okay. Just want to confirm, is Arco in on the communication jewelry? It'll take 370 gold for you to
Yes.
pitch in. Okay.
I
ahead.
should have enough.
I was just about to check. I think you do, because you really haven't spent money on much.
No, I
This
barely
campaign.
spend money. Yeah, I have 515.
Okay, yeah. So go ahead and mark out 370. Then Madcap will go put the order in. What piece of jewelry do you want it to be for the whole set?
For me?
They all have to be the same item. It'll make the enchantment process easier if they're all the same piece of jewelry.
I imagine earrings.
You said 317, right?
370.
70. Okay.
370.
Madcap already has an amulet. I know Pigeon does too. I think Quen does as well, so it can't be that.
We could always do like a necklace or a pendant of some kind, or a bracelet.
Oh my
Maybe.
god. A brooch. It can be shaped like Star Trek.
Oh, I love
Yes.
the brooch.
Yeah, the little Star Trek communicators? Yeah.
Yeah, I want a brooch.
Yes. I want a brooch.
How are we gonna fix that to armor?
weld it, pin it to our skin. I'll pin it to my skin.
You can get like a little
No,
piece.
no,
You can get
no.
like a little piece of cloth just put around the chest plate.
Magnets
Probably do
5
that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, magnets.
Magnets 5.
Somebody invent magnets.
How do they work?
I'd say
How
it
many-
wouldn't be a problem. Ajax can just get like some cloth and kind of fix it up around like the collar area.
I'll just
Yeah.
I'll use my
Perhaps
mage to
Madcap.
hold it.
He's got a sewer's kit.
How
He could do something cool for you.
Somebody can use mage hand to hold it up against their chest.
You can
But you
use
got
it
four
for, like, look, Madcap already stole a really nice ascot from one of the Johns. You can just you just have a little ascot and pin it to that.
Hell yeah.
I need to find
Alright.
a fucking bowler's hat. That's what I need to do.
I have a bowler hat.
Did you?
Yeah, Madcap stole a bowler hat.
No shit.
I'm keeping track of all the shit he takes. You want a bowler hat? You got a bowler hat.
Sweet. We'll pin it right
Um,
to the forehead of that. There we go.
All right. The order is in. 5 brooches. Excellent. They will be done in 4 days.
Will those require attunement or just
With the extra money that you put in, they will not require attunement.
right? Okay. And yeah, and we would and Pigeon and Madcap wanted to pick up Arco from the temple.
Okay. Now we can continue. Now we can do that. So you all arrive at the temple. Say Arco is there. He's moving some stuff in and out of the cellar. Just trying to keep things organized, and you guys catch him as he's ascending the stairs. The cellar is like out and around. There's not an easy way in from inside the temple.
I'll kind of see him hanging out and I'll say, "Oh, hi guys, what brings you here?"
How are we gonna get you?
Oh, really?
Well, are you familiar with the situation we find ourselves in?
Yes. We're going after the slashers, right?
Slice it, yeah.
Slash, what's the difference?
I've already dealt with the hash slinging splasher.
Thank
He's
you.
not a threat to the city anymore.
You know, I was
Ham swinging smash.
I was half tempted to make that a joke somewhere in this campaign when I came up with the Gray Slicers, and I'm just like, that's too on the nose.
That would have been really good. Anyways, Arco will turn back and he'll say, "Oh, so let me go grab my stuff and we'll get going." So I'll grab everything and meet you kind of right in front of like the cellar, and guess we'll be off.
Yeah, at that point he'd fill him in on like the brooch and communication and all that.
Oh yeah, oh, that sounds like a great idea. I would love to have one. What are they gonna look like?
I was thinking to have it be like kind of like an arrow without like the shaft, it's kind of like going to a point.
Can we make them the symbol for Bahamut?
Yours can be that.
Nice. He is very into it. Awesome.
Does our vigilante group have a name?
The Vigilantes.
The Vigilantes.
Yeah.
That's it? Okay.
Okay, the Vigilantes 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Vigilante 5, but the 5 looks like an S, so it's Vigilantes, but Vigilante 5 because there's 5 of us.
Okay.
No, there's no name.
I was gonna say, okay.
Vigilant 35.
That works.
There are 35 of us.
That sounds
No,
like
that's
a
late speak.
Vigilant 35. That sounds like a bad metalcore band. Anyway.
Yeah,
All right. Anyways,
and I think if anyone knows about bad metalcore bands, it's you, considering how much metalcore you listen to.
yeah, I'm starting to realize that. I can't help it. I like what I hear. Anyways, so do we want to just skip ahead to the evening where everybody meets up?
I'm good with that.
You can, yeah.
Does everybody approach as a group?
Let's do it.
All right, like you're upsetting me a little bit here.
Oh, jeez. All right, let me switch back to the night playlist because it is dark. All right, so with everybody gearing up, stealthily make your way through to the bits, and then
little mat. I go up to maybe this is water bottles.
hey, Cake.
Yeah,
Oh God, Cobra.
was just on the way. I'm so
Okay.
sorry. I always forget that it kind of picks up like everything everybody says. I
It's
am
all good.
so sorry.
It's all good. Just it was much louder than before.
Yes, because my roommates are right here.
All right.
Don't worry.
So
Hi, roommates.
Do
You
they
guys
want to play
make your
NPCs
way-
or anything? Sorry, Justin.
stealthily into the bits, working your way through the different alleyways, all the way to the meeting point. And you see at this point, Cloak up, at least for Pigeon Man recognizes her, the typical red leather armor of Lynette Madsen. Though her cloak is not red, her cloak is like a really dark gray, almost black color. She's just kind of leaning up on the side of this building, kind of sees the rest of you coming forward. Just kind of holds up her hand, just to acknowledge that this is where she is. Well, glad to see you all came. And so, out in the open, I was expecting to have to watch the rooftops or something like that.
Well, you're not planning to slice us up, now are you?
I did come alone, didn't I?
Did you?
Make a perception check.
We found the Vigilant 35 of them standing around.
Seems like it. You know what Harkers typically look like, and you take a look around. You don't see anybody in your immediate vicinity. And you are kind of in, and you are in a very open spot. You're not in like a big alleyway. You're just around the backside of this building. Well, nice to meet your acquaintance. Lynette Madsen, leader of the Harkers.
I think you know who I am.
Oh, I do. I love your work, by the way.
Well, for now you love it. Eventually, maybe not.
Well, common enemies make strange bedfellows of us all. Ah, I guess it's time to see what you're made of. So, let's get down to business. Here's the way I see it. If the slicers are moving people, they're going to be doing it out of sight, obviously. That means we have to find our way into the Warrens. So keep a lookout for large groups of slicers. That usually means they'll... wait, no, I messed that up. They'll usually be There'll usually be an entrance nearby.
Well, do I know what the Warrens are?
Yes. The Warrens for Madcap and Quen are easy to figure out. The Warrens is sort of a colloquial term for the interconnected underground portions of the Shade Burrow. Usually basements and cellars that are connected through tunnels. No one group is responsible for them. It's just that the different groups that have held power within the Shade Burrow, either as a whole or in sections, have connected and iterated upon it over a very long period of time. They can get a little.
Like tight tunnels, or is it like an open like sewer network sort of deal?
It's not a sewer network. It is very tight tunnels, generally like single file, in most cases. And they don't all interconnect. There are some isolated pockets, as far as most people know. I'd say Quen would probably know that more than anybody. Um, but um, Madsen continues on. Now, I like to keep tabs on my enemies, so I have a couple of bits of intel within here, though not much to go on. But I know of a good place for us to start. It's a bit further in. I suggest we stay somewhat close together, work our way through, and, well, if we see some baddies, give them a taste of their own medicine.
And you came alone?
Well, I have you, don't I?
I look at the others. I go and say, does she?
Did my
Basically,
avian friend neglect to inform you of the details of all of this?
all I know is that I'm hunting assholes who I already have a grudge on.
Well, good. And that's all I need from you.
If it takes out some slicers, why not? So I
Yeah.
imagine she has no worries 'cause if something happens to her here, something might happen to the kid's mother.
You're a smart one.
I've been around the block a few times.
I know. But
Yes.
But, hold on, let me check something real quick. Alright. She goes on, to say, look, I believe that honesty is the best way to foster a partnership, even a temporary one. So I'm going to be honest with you. This is personal for me. It's not just about the slicers encroaching upon my territory, kidnapping people under my protection. Their leader used to be one of mine, one of my lieutenants. He went rogue, and that was about 7 years ago or so, I think, by this point. I'm just looking to get some payback. I want any intel I can get on him. And if these kidnapping operations of theirs are as widespread and far-reaching as I think they are, he's definitely involved. And if this road leads us to him, I'm gonna cut his fucking head off.
Works for me. Already
Good.
helped take down one gang boss.
I have
Good.
no issues with that.
Maybe this time you'll actually get to get a couple of licks in on him. Not that the Don was anything much in a fight.
Yeah, he may still get his yet.
Well, shall we?
Lead on.
All right. Does everybody follow her, or are you guys gonna kind of split up a little bit?
I'm gonna take to the rooftops and follow from there.
Okay. A lot easier this time around. You don't have to do as many crazy jumps as before, since the Shade Burrow is pretty packed together. It's slummy. Not a lot. There's very few open spaces.
I'm also gonna go with Mad Cat.
Okay. All right. Let's see. I'm just gonna roll real quick just to make sure that.
And honestly,
Mhm.
I still have like my mask and my bandana, but I have the feather tricorn on top of that.
Hell yeah. Looking extra dapper for murder.
But extra fly.
Okay. I rolled pretty damn good on her survival check. So, she's moving like a woman with purpose. For those of you who are following close by, you make very good time. And for those of you following at a bit of a distance, um, it's not hard to keep track of her, but especially for those of you on the rooftops, you definitely do have to keep a better eye because there's a lot of like roof cover and parts of the path that she's taking where she does kind of go out of sight for a bit. But thankfully, there are other people with her that you can look out for and listen for. After about, let's see, let me measure something.
I was going to
I'd
say,
say-
between Ajax and Arco, you could probably just listen.
Yeah, and you see that there are some people still out on the streets, and they are very much giving you guys a wide berth, but no signs of slicers yet. Very distinct cloaks or scarves or mantles and things like that they wear, all in a gray color, but you're not seeing any yet. After about 40 minutes of maneuvering through the winding corridors of this place, it's a bit disorienting for some of you. For Quen, it's, these are your old stomping grounds. You're used to this. So you're able to keep good pace. You make your way a bit further into this sort of... actually, based on the map, it would actually be closer to about here. This sort of back kind of crossroads almost. And Madsen kind of holds up her hand and kind of scoots off to the side. He goes, "All right, we're coming up on the place. Let's keep an eye out, see if we see any of them." Those of you on the ground, make me a perception check real quick.
Do. Where did it go? There it is.
Arco?
Oh, are
There we
all of us doing this?
I'm giving them the first
Just
shot
on the
first.
ground.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's people on the ground. Got it.
Yeah, because you guys you on the rooftops are catching up.
It's really distracting.
No, it's all good. Okay. Quen has very keen eyes and sees, let's see.
What do my elf eyes see?
Hold on, I'm on the other bit. I am
I
just
didn't know
rearranging.
Kermit was an elf.
I'm just rearranging
Mhm.
people.
I watched Muppets Take Manhattan yesterday. It was awesome.
You do end up seeing about, let's see. I will also note that it is much darker around here. Those arcane lights that you're used to in the main part of the city, very few of them here. There is enough, like, moonlight is a clear evening, but it's not nearly as bright as you're used to. You see about, maybe for Quen, about 100 feet ahead of you, rounding a corner, is somebody wearing a pulled-up gray cloak, moving around a corner, and then kind of looks around. Ground team. No, you're far enough away. You don't have to make stealth checks. And you see him kind of round the corner and make his way into a building. Let's see, he moves maybe about 25, 30 feet or so around the block, and then goes into the doorway.
Okay, after he goes in the doorway, I would hold my arm out, and I would try to stop, Arco or Ajax, whoever's closest to me.
Yeah, they're both like right next to you.
And I would. Is Pigeon walking with? Is he like in the lead? Or is it-
Pigeon and Madcap are on the roofs. With that perception check, I would say you definitely see them catching up, and they're almost about to be on the building like that you guys are next to.
Yeah, I mean, I would try to signal to one of them.
Okay. I'd say between the two of them with passive perceptions, you can, since you are following them, you can see Quen kind of hold up her hand and kind of give a motion to stop.
Yeah, and I would kind of point to the house.
Okay. She points to a house with a block a bit away.
I mean, obviously, seeing people with cloaks going in houses isn't that suspicious, but something about this caught my eye. Right.
Yeah, you notice the gray cloak. The fact that you haven't seen any on your way down is the part that is interesting.
Oh, he has a great cloak on. Well, that would be a
Yes,
that would be a slicer.
yes, that is the slicer's signature.
Okay. Yeah. So
In fact,
I would whisper to Ajax and Arco and say, I think I saw a slicer go in this house. Perhaps it's one of their safe houses.
I'm actually going to move you to the map now.
Oh boy, battle map.
Yeah. All right. So just to give you preface, so I was kind of doing that initially. So Madcap and Pigeon, you guys are not here. You're on the squares next to it, but you're up. But this is like, I don't have rooftop things for this, so we'll just pretend. Quinn,
How
you.
high up is it?
Hmm?
How high up is the roof?
The building you're on is only about 2 stories, but they're kind of shallow stories. Gwen, this doorway here is where you saw the guy come in, and he rounded this corner.
Okay. I think perhaps it is one of the slicers' safe houses, or perhaps one of their strongholds. We should proceed with caution.
Do we walk past as if we were just going by?
I think our eyes in the sky perhaps should do a little of the reconnaissance, perhaps. What do you think?
We built for that. Where exactly? What entranceway did they go in?
This one right here.
Okay. We can make our way to the top of this building.
Okay. It is. I think Madcap's jump will be fine to get across.
I'd have to step of the wind to jump that far.
Yeah.
Which I'm not gonna do.
It's easy enough to climb up there if you wanted to make a stealth check going across the street. Okay. Easy enough. You just kind of scurry down and find a good footing and climb your way up. Does Pigeon Man follow? Is that a yes? You cut out.
Yeah.
All right, make me a stealth check. Okay. Easy enough. Okay. Climbing up this building, it's a similar height, a little teensy bit taller from the roof, but not by much.
And we'll go over to this area.
Okay. And you can kind of look down and see. There's no sign on this around this entrance or anything like that. It is looking a bit run down. Just peering over.
Are there any other entrances? Like if we go around the building, doorways, windows,
Make an investigation check.
and are these like like a set of like townhouses where this is a different entry, like house, this is a different thing, this is a
It does look like it's separate buildings, but it looks like they're all kind of like they're one of these is the original and its stuff has been built onto the side of it. Okay, the 12. Looking around, you don't see any entrances on this side or on this side. Real quick, since you're moving around, I am going to reveal this down here.
Look, if we really want, I can just stand out in the street and shout for them. Just have them come out at me.
And looking around the back side of the building, you do see this as well. Does appear as if there is a larger set of like big double like barn doors on the back side here.
Anything on top of the roof, like trapdoors?
Not as far as you can see.
Maybe we're gonna go back and relay this to the party.
Okay. See, Pigeon Man kind of stays on the other side. And kind
Yeah, I
of.
can tell. I could or I don't know if we're doing Pythagoras' theorem, but
Not really.
so I mean I can theoretically telepathically talk to like fill them in. I'll have them go over there.
Okay. So you communicate to them. Small entrance to the front. Big at the back.
And I say if we want to make a show of it, I can just stand in the middle of the road and call them out. Or we can try and find a way to sneak in.
Don't know how many are inside. I would say sneak. Or we could light fire to the building.
I wouldn't want to risk getting the other building caught on fire.
And if there's a basement entrance to somewhere else, we're ain't getting in, and then that's the way that.
True.
We're not getting out of this or into this without fighting. That's for sure. It's gonna happen one way or the other.
I'd say we can go to the back doors and try and get in that way. It's a better entrance for us to all make our way in as one without, funneling in.
Do we know what this building actually is? Like, is it a bar? Is it?
It's hard to tell from the outside. Like there's no signs as far as you can tell since you guys have on the ground have been waiting a bit longer. But and it's everything all kind of blends in around here. It all looks very ramshackle, kind of shantytown-esque. So something that may look like a warehouse could actually be like, like a makeshift hostel or something like that. Not entirely sure.
Gwen, do you know minor illusion?
If she doesn't, I do.
Because
Ellis?
I'm thinking that what we could go and do is use minor illusion, and Ajax could carry somebody inside and just say, "Hey, I was told to deliver this here," and put it down put down what looks to be a crate, and just you could sit there inside, hug your knees, and just listen.
Maybe. Might be better for Mad Cat to do that, but
Maybe.
I don't like the idea of climbing inside a small box and being dropped in the middle of the group.
No, it would be.
well, it'd be a
Use
fake
minor
box.
illusion to appear as
Yeah.
if sitting inside of a box.
Yeah, you just like no clip into the box.
Minor illusion makes something that big?
Makes a 5-foot
5
square.
feet.
Oh,
Yep,
wow.
yep.
I thought it was like handheld size. Okay.
Prestidigitation does handheld.
Gotcha.
Yeah, minor illusion is either a sensory effect that fills a 5-foot, that can be,
Like a
within
drop of
short range.
perfume or
Can it be moved?
No, it doesn't move. It just
Oh.
is static.
damn.
But you could, if you approach stealthily enough, you could place it because it lasts for like a minute. Madcap can scurry inside of it, and then Ajax can just like walk up next to it and then pretend like that he already put it down. That'd be something you could do.
We can't. We couldn't just cast it on someone, and Ajax could just carry them inside.
No, unfortunately,
walk away.
the
Yeah.